It is that bad. Don't settle for just mobile. Get fast, reliable home internet from Xfinity and ask how you can get up to $200 back when you switch.
The Warriors get back on track, and the Sixers make a statement. The Nuggets battle to stay up top, and the Lakers prove they're a contender. Warriors, Sixers, and Nuggets, Lakers. Tonight on ESPN.
Capital One knows there's no games like bowl games. Capital One Bowl Mania on the ESPN networks, ABC, and streaming live on the ESPN app.
Shot, score! He gets advantage.
Blackhawks.
Shoulder shot, save, rebound, score! Patrick Kane.
An original six matchup.
That is hockey.
Sunday on ESPN.
Quick takes, let's go. Deion Sanders may be on to Colorado, but he has one last thing to do. State coach his team in the Celebration Bowl against NC Central tomorrow at noon on ABC in Atlanta. Stephen A., what are your thoughts as Coach Prime coaches his last game at school?
I want the HBCU community to be thankful and grateful for what he did for HBCUs. That is not to say that HBCUs didn't do something. He didn't have a job offer. Jackson State came along and did that, and there are a plethora of people who helped him achieve that along the way, and he should be grateful for that as well. But the HBCU community definitely should be grateful to him. He won, he succeeded, he brought attention and revenue to HBCUs, and as a result, it's opened the floodgates for somebody else to kick down the door and create other opportunities for others as well. There's never been an HBCU coach that has been hired as a head football coach in big-time college football in the Big Five. This is the first time in its history that has happened. Let's appreciate that. Let's understand that. Let's thank him for the job that he did. Wish him nothing but the best at the University of Colorado, while in the same breath honoring HBCUs and bringing attention that they helped him get there. So help somebody else do the same.
And you're repping your alma mater with your jacket right now.
Yes.
Hey, real quick, my Giants, big matchup against the Commanders.
Oh, you're going to lose.
Oh,
You're going to lose.
good confidence.
You have Saquon Barkley.
Cool story.
You don't really have anything else. That's your problem. That's your problem. You're not healthy. It's not that you're scrubs. You can play. Brian Dable could coach his butt off, but you don't have the healthy bodies necessary to win. And Chase Young, I mean, he might be back for all we know. I mean, listen, y'all in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you probably missed the playoffs. Yeah.
How are the Steelers?
That's been a done story.
Oh, okay. That's what
But
I
Mike
thought.
Tomlin is still the man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
Everything is better in the Bahamas as we kick off bowl season. Welcome to the Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl. The Redhawks of Miami out of the MAC battle with the Blazers of UAB out of Conference USA. First ever meeting between these two programs, the 8th edition of the Bahamas Bowl. And the first of 40 bowl games on ESPN as we kick things off. Great to have Joey Galloway here. I'm Steve Levy. You know, if you're not in New Year's 6, the 7th bowl game, this is a pretty good place to be.
You've been here quite a few times, and I'm very disappointed. This is the first time you brought me with you. I'm excited to be here.
You know, when you do the national championship game, they don't let you wear these shirts, too. UAB is a program in transition. Today they're in Conference USA. They're under their interim head coach, Bryant Vincent. However, tomorrow they'll start the move to the American Conference, and under their new head coach, our old pal from ESPN, Trent Dilfer. Chris Budden will have much more on that later. However, on the field, the Blazers came in with the top rusher in the nation in Dwayne McBride. He has out of the bowl game. Joe, he's going to opt into the NFL.
It's unfortunate. We're in that time of year where some of the best players won't play in these bowl games unless they're in the playoffs. But if you're UAB, you have Jermaine Brown Jr. When you watch on film, this is a running back that rushed for over 840 yards. There's not much fall off, but the key for this rushing attack, that offensive line where all 5 starters got all conference accolades. Yeah. So no matter who's running the ball, the offensive line is outstanding.
And Miami's got a great rushing defense, best in the MAC. We'll watch for that as well. So both schools had to win their regular season finales to become bowl eligible. Miami won 3 out of the last 4 to get here. They're playing their best ball of the season.
Yeah, they are, and they're playing with a young quarterback. He's a redshirt freshman in Avion Smith. Now, this guy has developed as a passer, but he is a terrific athlete and a terrific runner. The first guy in Miami history to lead a team in passing and rushing, but it was the final game against Ball State where he threw the ball for over 200 yards, had his best throwing game. So as the season's gone on, he's developed as a much better passer. But the key for UAB is to keep this young man in the pocket, because when he gets outside the pocket, Steve, he is an outstanding athlete that can make plays.
He is fun to watch. Exciting football on the way as we open up bowl season from the Bahamas. Of course, it's 80 degrees and perfect. I mean, where else would you rather be?
Good Lord, look at that. Beautiful.
It is my honor to welcome you to the 2022 Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl. On behalf of our entire organization, it is our pleasure to partner with ESPN and the great nation of the Bahamas.
Hello, I'm Chester Cooper, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation in the islands of the Bahamas. On behalf of our wonderful nation, we
David T, welcome in.
Space
Out Dave, hello.
Bahamas Bowl. As we say, bowl games are better in the Bahamas.
It seems like places are giving you less and less food these days.
Yes, Mama, it's called shrinkflation. Oh, shrinkflation, that's just another word for robbery. But this is shackflation. What? Dang, that's huge. Extra pepperoni, extra cheese on that thing.
You too. Will you make something better? Create something new. Our Dell Technologies advisors can provide you with the tools and expertise you need to bring out the innovator in you.
Are you going to be able to come in tonight and help me show all this stuff? What do you have going tomorrow?
Back in Nassau, Thomas Robinson Stadium for the Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl.
I need to thank these people.
And just in the last couple minutes or so, it's gotten warmer. We went from 80 to 83 degrees. And we say good morning to those of you watching in Oxford, Ohio, and Birmingham, Alabama.
83 degrees there.
A bit chillier. Down to the field, here's Chris Button.
Thank you, Steve. This will be Brian Vincent's final game coaching UAB. He's been the interim since June when Bill Clark retired. He vocally wanted the job, and so did his players for him. They wrote a letter to the athletic director and the school president asking for Brian Vincent to get the head coaching job. But 2 weeks ago it was announced his former Super Bowl champion, Trent Dilfer, would be getting the head coaching job. Now, they admit that it's been a little bit of awkwardness. Vincent moved out his desk 10 days early so that he could have the office, allow them to get everything going with recruiting. But Vincent said this has also been tough. I put my heart and my soul into this program, so while it's been awkward, it's also been painful as he coaches his guys for the last time.
All right, Chris, thank you. I had a chance to...
All right, kickoff happening. Let's do it.
Trent Dilfer, he had nothing but incredible
ball fell off the tee, so we're going to have to do it again. Miami going to start with the football. UAB will get it back for the second half. Oh, come on. How is this possible? Touchback, touchback. Hey, Griswold family vacay. What's up, buddy? How you doing, Danny? First down and 10 at the 25. Nice. Shotgun, going to fake the end around, going to throw in the roll complete. Got his tight end, first down, out to the 38. Hits the tight end for a big, quick first down. End around fake, going to hand it off up the middle. Short gain, 5 yards. Second down.
head coach of Miami is Chuck Martin. Chuck's in his 9th season as the head coach. Guided the Redhawks to the 2019 MAC title. And he is the first coach in college football.
How are they not getting it out?
0-6 and finished 6-6. That was back in 2016. Kevin Davis now in the backfield. You see a lot of that in wide receivers.
Shotgun, going to fake the handoff, throws, incomplete. Almost picked off.
Opportunity there. Grayson Cash, who is the real leader in that secondary for UAB, able to break it up.
Yeah, this ball was low. It's a little off by Avion. He has a guy in his face. They have to find ways to throw to the sideline. If I'm a young quarterback and it's early in the game, like the first place you go toward the sideline, that's why I want to do early until I get my confidence going, and then let's work the middle of the field.
It's 3rd down and 5.
3rd down and 5. Shotgun formation. Single back set to the left of QB1. Looking to throw. Got the back out of the backfield. 1st down and more. 50, 45. Down to the 41. 1st down, Miami. You got Miami going in this one?
If this is a guy developing, they bring pressure. He goes toward the blitzer to a running back out in the flat. If they're going to bring a blitz, get it to your running back. Let him make a play wide open. Great decision by the quarterback.
1st down and 10. And in the UAB territory. 45.
Handoff up the middle. Short gain, 2 or 3. That's about it.
He suffered an ankle injury. They weren't sure if he was going to be able to play this game, but he's in there. He's a full go. Devondre Bynum made the stop for UAB. Pick up the 2.
And it's great to see Mosey playing in this game because you mentioned the ankle. But it's going to be key for Miami to gain yards on 1st down. They need more than 2 or 3 yards. They got to stay ahead of the chains because of their passing situation. Have an athletic quarterback and more UAB's going to send blitzes at them to confuse the young guy. So you have to be successful on 1st down to make your play calls easier.
2nd down and 8.
2nd down and 8 from the shotgun. Man in motion. Fakes the handoff. Rolls out to the right now. Quarterback's going to take off running. He ain't got anywhere to go. And he's up. Whoop, shakes somebody. Actually turns it into a couple-yard gain.
Here's the first time in this game that Avion Smith is a terrific athlete. This should have been a sack. This should have been a loss. But he makes 3 or 4 guys miss in the backfield. Doesn't see what he likes. Those are clean shots. You have to make these kind of plays. But you're dealing with a great athlete that could play running back in a lot of places. But because he's a quarterback, because he's a pro, he's an athletic quarterback that you have to keep in mind.
Michael Fairbanks had an opportunity there. 3rd down and 4. Smith out of the gun.
Out of the gun. Going to run with it. RPO. He ain't going to get it. He's going to be short.
He had 4. Picks up 2 on the rush. And an early decision, or maybe not.
I don't think it's a decision. You go for these. If you're in a bowl game, you've had a terrific season. You want to do things to get here. I would let it hang. I would go for this. You're inside the 40-yard line. I went to the analytics. I would say go.
Chuck Martin told us he hates analytics. 4th down and 3.
4th and 3. They're going to go for it. Shotgun going to throw. Incomplete. Turnover on downs.
Off the fingertips of Kevin Davis. Couldn't hang on. And it goes to the completion, and they turn it over on downs.
UAB just man-to-man coverage on the back end. They feel like their defensive backs can stay with the receivers of Miami. Maybe a little early. You could have called pass interference, but these receivers have to get more separation to help out the quarterback.
Hippenhammer was the intended target there. 0 on his uniform. Couple zeros in this game. Austin Bertle.
Dylan Hopkins going to be your quarterback for UAB. Getting ready to come out here.
All right, here's Dylan Hopkins now. Veteran quarterback. Makes 26th career start. 16-9 as a starter. And on 1st down and 10, they stuff their own 30.
1st down. He's looking down deep. Got a man. Wide. Going over the top. 1st down. All the way down to the 20. That is a big pass play on 1st down going down the field.
1st down.
Curtis family, hello. Welcome in. Good to see you. For all my Disney friends that are interested, next Friday night, not tonight, next Friday night, we are going to have a community Christmas party, and we are going to be sending out invitations to everybody that I know. For anybody that wants to come in, come on screen, say hello, talk about your holiday happenings from this year, what you're looking for next year, and just wish everybody their holiday greetings. So if you're interested in that, make sure you reach out to me so I can get you the information. Inside the 20 at the 18 here, 2nd and 6. Quick out on the end around. Going to be a first down? Looks like it. Nice little run. First and goal, UAB. Shotgun formation, single back set, hands it off to the left, doesn't get anywhere, lost a yard. No gain there. Shotgun formation, 2nd and goal. Look at the throw. Back. Goes right. Got a man. Touchdown. UAB in the end zone right there. What is going on with the streaming today? Hey, Dave Chappelle. What do I got to do to fix this? I got full signal here. Sorry, guys. This is a YouTube thing. This is not me.
This rental car is so boring to drive. Let's be honest. The rent-a-car industry is the definition of boring. And the reason can be found in the name itself. Rent a car? You don't want a friend. You want the friend. You want a job. You want the job.
How is YouTube not receiving enough signal? That's the message that I'm getting. Is YouTube not receiving enough video? How are they not getting enough video? Speed test. Do the speed test.
Do I have to do anything? Nothing. Nothing? Nothing. Well, that really is something.
You get a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks. See it?
May I have a balloon too?
Sure. Your parents have maintained a farmer's home policy for 12 consecutive months, right? We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Welcome in, David. Now it says stream is perfect. I don't get it.
Hey, little brother, make this December one to remember. Happy holidays from Lexus. Are you ready for football to get down to the nitty-gritty? Or whatever this is?
I don't get it.
Are you standing up?
All right, we're going to work through this challenge this morning. Do the best we can here. All right, Danny, have a good day, buddy. Jesse, how's the feed coming to you?
Containment issue?
will say when we laugh. Captain, do we need to delay the launch? Yes.
Everyone's watching the game with AT&T 5G this time.
Maybe that's the reason.
Never too much. Okay, now you can start the countdown.
AT&T 5G, fast, reliable.
We've had a complete debacle here this morning. We've taken some massive losses in our basement. We had our sump pump crash. I've got a restoration company out here now giving an assessment. It's been a complete debacle. Just awful this morning. Just awful. Thank you, David. Not having a good day myself. I contemplated canceling the stream, but David T's been a great friend of the community, and I know he really wanted me to stream it, so I did it for him. And everybody on my TV is in bikinis. That guy should not be in those trunks. That's a little bit more junk than I need to see. Bahamas Bowl, everybody. Bahamas Bowl. Thank you, Jesse. I may have to step out when this lady comes upstairs to tell me what's going on with trying to figure out about everything. We had a mess downstairs. We've lost a ton of stuff. All right, here comes the kick. UAB kicking off.
UAB came in as a double-digit favorite. And that kick nearly to the
Kick out of bounds. No, it's not good right now. My chest is hurting right now, literally from the stress. I went to my basement today for the first time since August of 2019. I put on my legs and I went to the basement. I needed to try to be there to support. It is, David T. It is what it is. So, all right, Miami with the ball. Let's do this. 9:22 on the clock. Fakes the handoff. Going to throw. Looking downfield. That's got to be caught. Off the hands of his receiver for Miami. That's got to be caught. I'm sorry. You got to catch that ball. You're wide open. Wide open. You got to catch it. Yeah, I did make it back up the stairs. I had to go out through. I went down going through my outside door because it's only 5 steps that way. But I came back upstairs through the 18 steps on my basement. Fakes the handoff, going to run himself. RPO. Short gain.
And they're two outstanding linebackers, and Noah Wilder is giving it a shot. Be number 50. We'll keep an eye on him and see how long he's able to stay in this game.
That can't be my wife, home. It's got to be my son.
3rd down and 6.
Okay, you need me? I'm going to step out for a second, guys, so I can talk with this professional. I'll be right back.
Drew Tuazama able to get the hand to knock it down, and Tuazama is one of the players picking up the slack with the Sanders.
And UAB once again send a blitz on 3rd down. They're trying to get to Avion Smith, make him uncomfortable. Nice job deflecting the pass.
Dom Jobin is back to punt. Got some pressure immediately. And Starling Thomas makes the grab. It's a 40-yard punt, and UAB will take over at the 30. Second possession upcoming from the Blazers, already leading 7-0.
Hi, I'm Billy Taylor, the founder of Hometown Lenders, where we believe in putting people before profits. That's what drives us to save homeowners $250, $500 or more every month on your mortgage. And it's why we're raising $1 million for St. Jude's Children's Hospital and purchasing life-saving medical kits for the first responders who keep us safe. At Hometown Lenders, Community matters, and customers aren't just a number, they're our neighbors.
Would someone please pass me the sweet potatoes?
Sorry, Grandma, we don't have sweet potatoes.
Oh, what do you mean we don't have sweet potatoes? I told you to get some.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
And you gave me a whole list of things, and I got them all. There's not a list. It doesn't have sweet potatoes on it. Should look at it. Oh, please.
This What Really Happened replay is brought to you by Progressive. One thing no one would challenge, saving money when you bundle home and auto with Progressive.
I'm sorry, Mom. I forgot the seats.
My name is Austin James. As a musician living with diabetes, finger sticks can be a real challenge. That's why I use the Freestyle Libre 2 system. With a painless 1-second scan, I know my glucose numbers without finger sticks. Now I'm managing my diabetes better, and I've lowered my A1C from 8.2 to 6.7.
Take the mystery out of managing your diabetes and lower your A1C. Now you know. Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
Wendy's new Italian Mozz is fried mozzarella, garlic knot bun, marinade. You know what? You're just going to want to eat it.
Wisely. Choose Wendy's new Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich.
Junk sleep got you all jumbled up? During Mattress Firm's Dream December sale. Get a king for the price of a queen and save up to $700 on top brands. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase. Only at Mattress Firm.
Everything was a dream. It was a dream for me. When I got there, a little overwhelmed. There were 7 freshman quarterbacks, and I worked my way all the way to the bottom of that group. By the end of my freshman year, it was a long haul back up the road.
Gucci guilty, tall on.
At Macy's, the fragrance destination.
The Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl is brought to you by Hometown Lenders. Is your mortgage working for you? And Atlantis Paradise Island. Paradise perfected.
7-0 in favor of UAB, and along those lines, take a look at our drive recap, which is brought to you by Easy Post.
After a 4th down stop, UAB gets the ball back, immediately takes their shot. You know Miami's going to load up to try to play the run, take your shot downfield in man-to-man coverage, and then the run game out wide. We talked about this Miami defense. They're stout in the middle, and then it's man-to-man coverage on the outside, throw to corner, perfect pass by Dylan Hopkins.
Second possession for UAB, and again, just joining us, no Dwayne McBride. He's going to make himself eligible for the NFL draft, so Jermaine Brown Jr. able to benefit. Flag flies at the end of the play on the side. Michael Dowell, the hit on Brown. Let's see how late it was. On that UAB sideline. Referees, by the way, today, the officials from the Mountain West. Tim Davis is our referee.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, number 22, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
We got 22, Javon Kimpson on the flag.
You got a team that runs the ball as well as UAB, and you got a defense that is the #1 rush defense in the MAC. You're going to take extra shots at that one was absolutely late, but you know you've been trying to be aggressive as a defense in your preparation for this game, so you see those kind of plays happen.
It's a 5-yard gain. They tack on the 15, play action, and it's to Terrell McDonald, the tight end, for 3, stumbling, untouched, able to keep his feet. Could have had a much bigger gain. McDonald had just 6 catches season, but a couple of touchdowns, and they go to him early.
And I think earlier on, we're seeing the respect that this UAB offense has for the interior defensive line of Miami. Typically, they're between the tackles run game. We haven't seen them try to go between the tackles in this game because of that Miami defense. That front 7 is really good.
Already on the Miami side of the field, handoff is to Jermaine Brown Jr. He'll have first down yardage. Let me ask you about this with Dwayne McBride. And listen, we were alerted to the fact McBride would not play sometime last night. You know, how about the game plan coming into this game offensively? From everything we heard, Bryant Vincent told McBride, you can tell me right game time, but I wonder how it impacted the preparation.
I would imagine that they were planning for McBride to not play in this game. If you're going to err in a certain spot, it would be err in the area of him not playing, just because we've seen so much of this now in these bowl games. Unfortunately, this is the way it is now.
Hopkins to throw, able to complete just inside the 35. That's Tajon Palmer. And here's Chris on the sideline. Any more after that gain of 7?
Yeah, I talked with McBride before the game. He told me that they came with a decision with Coach last night. He said it was really difficult. He didn't know how he was going to tell the team, but that they understood. He said, I was nearly in tears when I came to the final decision. The team understands it's for his future. But he said, I have one goal today. It's to cheer on my guy, Jermaine Brown. He needs 170 yards, become a 1,000-yard rusher. The first time in UAB history they would have 2 in a season.
Good stuff, Chris. Thank you. McBride is the most decorated season in UAB football history. The keeper by Hopkins. Salopek makes the stop. Bring up a 2nd down and 3. Great story, Dwayne McBride. Again, I mentioned I talked to Trent Dilfer last night. You think McBride not only plays on Sundays, Trent Dilfer has McBride as a Pro Bowl player in the NFL. 3rd down and 1 upcoming.
Yeah,
hey, you got to wear the right attire depending upon the game. And the Bahamas dress different. 10-0 UAB over Miami. This feels like an important drive for the Redhawks.
I didn't want to say it in the first quarter, Steve, but you are absolutely right. They need to at least flip the field.
Yeah. It's Keon Mosey on the rush there. Mosey had a big game, had a career-high 171 rushing yards against Northwestern. Miami able to win at Northwestern on September 24th, 117-14. 2nd down and 6 now. And the chance of defense. Here's Smith as the pocket collapses. He'll get out of there and take a shot at the 32. Noah Wilder gets there, and Wilder is a story. He's sort of the guy on that UAB defense. First team all-conference. Tore his trap in the finale, and there is really just wanted to gut this one out. They wanted to give him at least the first series. Noah Wilder is all about the love of the game, and as the coaching staff told us, he is our leader, period. And again, we don't know how long he's going to last in the game, but he's in there right now. On 3rd and 4, look out! Avion Smith from the blind side is dropped in a big way. Nakia Eason able to get there for a loss of 8. Swarming UAB defense.
Yeah, you talk about Noah Wilder. I mean, tearing a pec and then playing. When you talk about love of your teammates, love of the game, love of your university, that's what I'm speaking of in that situation. Here's a young man with a torn pec, which sounds absolutely terrible. I've never torn one. But for this kid to be out here playing in this game, and he's the spy, so his job is to keep Avion Smith in the pocket, and so far he's doing a really good job.
And again, without Taylor and Sanders there, on a bounce, Starling Thomas. And the UAB offense will take over. 44-yard punt for Jobin. And we'll be back in 10 seconds after a message from Verbo.
All right, I've heard. I think we're back live now again. I think I've got everything back up. I don't know. ESPN's not working today. Crap is a mess in the world right now.
10-0. It's all going right for UAB under their interim head coach, Brian Vincent.
Plays on the offense.
I'm going to leave that on low.
They do have a first-year offense coordinator in Darren Hinshaw.
All right, I think we're good here.
And massive changes coming for UAB.
Everybody can hear me okay, apparently.
Hopkins to throw, and he will complete. Hooks up again with Schroeder.
What a morning.
Is his go-to guy. Hopkins now 8 of 9 for 90 yards and a touchdown.
And you can see Miami's loading up to stop the run, so he's going to get these man-to-man throws on the back end, and this was a great timing route, breaking in underneath the coverage by Stropsire.
So far, this thing's all UAB.
8 of 9. I don't know what you do to stop
57 seconds left in the first. Don't know why we crashed. I have no idea
Hopkins is going to be 8 of 9.
Why it crashed.
Where are you going to slow this offense down at?
That's a great question. Hopkins, another deep throw.
Well, that's one way to slow him down.
And well overthrown. A
We
flag
got a
is
chat
out.
popped out over here. I can't
Check
see
the
chat.
marker. Javon Kimpson had the coverage.
Mom, I'll have to call you back in a minute. I'm live right now.
That was interference
Right.
or a touchdown. He was beat. And so the defensive back just made a decision.
I saw Jesse,
gotta
thank
grab
you.
him to stop this touchdown.
With 42 seconds left.
Prior to the pass, holding number 22, defense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, first down.
So
Is it still cutting in and out? Because I'm showing an excellent connection on my end right now.
It's just making a decision. I'm beat right now. I'll give up the 5 yards. I'll give up the first down. They're giving up a touchdown, which would make this game 17-0, and would feel as if it was out of reach for Miami's offense because they haven't been able to move the ball. Now, is he still 8 of 9? That just doesn't. Levy, is he still 8 of 9? How does that work?
Can I get a chat check just on sound and picture right now?
He's paying us to come down here and work this game. Lee Witherspoon. What a scam.
33 seconds left.
Barry Hockhauser. They've been here for 10 days, these two guys. How do you do that?
And I haven't seen them one time until we showed up to the booth. They've really been enjoying themselves.
Talk about a boondoggle. Both of these teams came down on Monday. They should have come down the Monday before. This is a good time here. Final seconds ticking away.
Good on your end. Okay. Sorry, Lila, that it's happening to you. I mean, I'm showing everything good right now on my end here.
Miami 40. And zeros on the clock.
End of the first quarter, UAB up 10-0.
Hey guys, let's just get to the break. Let's get to the break.
You're not going to argue with that, are you?
Not at all.
1 quarter complete. From Nassau, Bahamas, the hometown lenders Bahamas Bowl. UAB.
Bahamas Bowl down on the beach, everybody. First bowl game. I wasn't sure how crazy or how many people would come in and watch or not. It is 2 smaller colleges in the big picture. We're middle of the day on a Friday. David T is a big fan of these Miami, so I wanted to do it for him. Let's see if I bring that up a little bit. There we go. All right, there we go. Full out there now. So, doing this for the right reasons in my book. And there's plenty of dumb commercials on. So now we're batting 1,000.
Hey! Use your vision benefits before they expire. VisionWorks. See the difference.
I want to be quarterback.
I don't know how much money I'm going to have to spend on this basement to get it back up and going. I haven't looked at any email this morning. If you sent email this morning.
He's talking about expenses that health insurance doesn't cover. That's why they're that like. It pays you money to help close that gap.
I'll try to get to email later today. I don't even know if I'm going to get this stuff done and prepare for tonight's stream on Friday night.
We really had our hands full with our 2-year-old.
So naturally, we throw down with the new puppy.
Thankfully, we also have Tide Ultra Oxy with odor eliminators. Between stains and odors, we can handle double trouble.
The #1 stain fighter and odor.
Oh, yeah. All right, at a commercial break here, everybody.
That's Carol and Jim, and Uncle Fred.
10-0 game as we sit. 10-0 game.
You struggled with CPAP.
Stream elements, UPS updating me.
You should check out Inspire.
Casey sending me stuff.
Just sleep. Learn more of the important safety information at Inspire.
Casey sending me shorts or longs. Oh, he's sending me all the visual creators from down there. That's what he's sending me. Voices of Liberty. Christmas Parade. He's sending me all kinds of stuff.
One looking to defend their crown, the others looking to take it. Soon they would take part in an epic playoff battle.
for the right to call themselves national champions. We'll find out soon.
Ay, ay, ay. Pringle, hello. Welcome in. Hunter, welcome in. All right, back to the Bahamas here.
UAB leads Miami as we open up quarter number 2. Bowl season rolls on tomorrow on
ABC, the noon Eastern game, Jackson State and NC Central. Deion Sanders will coach his final game before leaving for Colorado, and then Washington State and Fresno State in the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl, presented by Stiefel. And the nightcap, the New Mexico Bowl.
A lot of games tomorrow.
And BYU. All 3 games on ESPN Deportes, as well as the ESPN.
All right, UAB on the handoff.
Second down and 8 to open the quarter. It's a pickup of
Third down coming up.
For Jermaine Brown Jr. Down to the sideline, Chris Budden.
And the Miami players have a decal of a pirate ship flag on the back of their helmets in honor of Mike Leach, who Mississippi State head coach, who passed away earlier this week. I was talking with Chuck Martin before the game. He said, I didn't have a personal relationship, just knew him just in passing from different coaching clinics. But he said, what I loved about him is he was one of the most genuine men you've ever met in the game. And those are
Mike Leach seemed like a good guy.
Coach is also wearing a patch of a pirate flag on his chest as well.
Quick out throw, complete.
Third down and 7.
First down.
It's completed.
We got a flag.
I think he's short anyway. Pick up a 6. That's McDonald, the tight end, his second grab. We'll check the marker.
Offside, number 8, defense lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, replay, third down.
So that's Brian Ugu. That's a significant flag. You know, just going back to what Chris was talking about with Miami, there's no tie-in at all with Coach Leach. This is just a total respect move for everything Mike Leach was all about, and that's really cool.
Yeah, and it's interesting.
That's very nice that they did that for him.
That have shown respect for Coach Leach, just let you know what kind of guy he was, and for a school with no connection,
right?
To be wearing a patch, let you know how much he meant to the game of football.
And when Chuck Martin tells you he didn't have any kind of real relationship with Coach Leach, that's a really impressive and a nice gesture, nice nod to one of the great characters in the sport.
Handoff off tackle, first down.
Third down and 2. It's first down. UAB able to move the sticks. Did you have a great Mike Leach story at any point? Did you come across much?
No, not at all. I have no connection either, but I have a lot of people who were connected.
Yeah.
When you talk to them, I haven't heard anybody say a bad word about Coach Leach, honestly.
Listen, his press conferences were like must-see. It was so good, right? The
Absolutely.
production meetings were so good.
You didn't know what he was talking about.
But he was
they were great to
entertaining.
watch. Yeah.
And some people were afraid that personality took away from the fact he was such a good football coach. So he had it all going on, and the man taken far too young. Our condolences.
RPO, short run, gain of 3.
And his family. Back down to Chris.
Well, a lot of sideline reporters have stories because he didn't want to talk football primarily during a halftime interview. So he would say, you better bring your running shoes. The only way I'm talking to you is if you keep up. So I was covering him one time during the Apple Cup, and I'm trying to keep up, and I feel my foot hit the pylon, and I think, I'm going down. I fell flat on my face, and he looked at me and he goes, I told you had to keep up.
You hit the pylon. Did you score?
One of the linemen just threw up on the field, and now he went right back into his set. Unbelievable.
In the end zone. Second down and 7.
You don't want to land in that.
Action. Hopkins in some trouble.
Quarterback in trouble. Great pressure. Incomplete.
Ugo, who was
Third down coming up.
Creates the pressure there, and it's going to bring up a third down and 7.
And he's second on the team.
Third down and 7 coming up.
It's going to be important for Miami to somehow make Hopkins feel uncomfortable. And you're inside the red zone. Take your shots.
The officials are huddling. Maybe intentional grounding are they talking about?
There was no foul for intentional grounding. The quarterback was outside the pocket. The ball went beyond the line of scrimmage.
So there you go. Total yards so far, UAB 123, and Miami just 47. I think the majority of those yards are on that first drive where they stalled out on a 4th down.
Yeah, they've been able to move the ball, and the key is getting across the 50-yard line. And that way you just flip the field in your favor. And they've been able to get
there it
to the
is,
red zone.
lagging
They
again.
can answer this one with more points, but Miami's going to have to find a way, and I expect more blitz package coming at this quarterback.
Miami defense needs to get off the field on 3rd down and 7. Hopkins on the run, and he's just throwing that away, and it's 4th down. Wanted Bryce Damus on the incompletion, 4th down.
No idea what I can do to work on that.
Quinn's already hit from 42. This is a 4th
Anybody
down
else
and
buffering?
7.
I think they're keeping Hopkins in.
Ball is spotted at the 28. There's some wind. The 42-yard field goal is kicked in the other direction. And they'll keep the offense on the field.
4th down, they're going to go for it. 4th and 7.
Hopkins under some pressure, airs it
Down
out,
the sideline,
looking
incomplete.
and just too far.
Turnover on downs.
Was there and just couldn't reach out and grab it for another touchdown.
And great coverage on the back end, and it's man-to-man coverage, and they get the stop they needed.
Jesse, are you buffering?
Shropshire's good coverage there too, and a near miss for UAB. Miami football when we come back.
It's Tim Tebow in a Verbo, where you get the whole place to yourself. So it's always just you and your Gators.
The Voyager gazed in wonder. It was a time machine.
Sam. Hey, little brother.
Looks to me like it just keeps buffering.
Make this December one to remember.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Liberty Mutual. They customize your car
Which is
insurance
no
so you
fun.
only pay for what you need. Contestants ready?
Name? Special Agent Will Trent. Will can teach you to see things that no one else does. I can solve this tonight.
He's good police. He's objectively hot.
Boom.
Will Trent premieres January 3rd on ABC.
As a parent.
If it does it again, I'm just going to stop streaming for right now because it's not even worth it to sit here and do this and just have it completely blanket on us. We're at a commercial break right now here. 10-0 UAB.
If you've been injured, call the lawyers of Cohen, Snyder, Eisenberg, and Katzenberg for a free consultation.
Still behind? Yeah. Keeps lagging all the way down. It's frustrating. Better not do it tonight. I'm going to be ticked if it does it tonight while we're streaming.
This year, become part of a family that celebrates the holidays a little differently. Jeep, there's only one.
During the Jeep Big Finish sales event, owners or lessees of competitive vehicles get $3,000 total bonus cash allowance.
Now it says the stream is excellent. Now it says it's a perfect stream. It keeps... Nope, drop back down to poor again.
Bahamas Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. UAB enjoying a 10-0 lead here in the second quarter. Says the season for bowl games, 4 more for you tomorrow.
Current stream's bit rate. It's telling me that my bit rate isn't good, but I think my bit rate's fine.
Cincinnati and Louisville will go at it. That should be interesting for a variety of reasons. Florida, Oregon State. My license of this. Texas and Boise State will round things out.
Shelton is the ball
All right, there we
carrier.
go.
He might be the most talented of the running backs, but again, they really split the carries. A couple of springs ago, Shelton tore his ACL, so he didn't play much last season, and the coaching staff thinking he's finally back. He's back full go 100%.
And man, Miami has to find a way to get some big plays in this offense. I don't know that they can take the entire field going 4 and 5 yards at a pop.
Play
They have to
app
find a
sounds
way
no.
to get some chunk yardage to at least get back to the red zone like they did on the first drive.
Avion Smith, the ball carrier, stays on his feet.
Oh, got hit
Nice
there.
First down run. He took a big shot that bounced him back. And in the end, it's a pickup of 11. But just getting a first down is significant. Miami's first drive, they had 8 plays and turned it over on downs. The last 2 drives, 3 and out. At least they keep their own defense.
All right, we'll see what it does here.
Yeah, we've seen UAB send a number of blitzes at Avion.
UAB right now on defense. Miami with the ball, chasing 10-0.
Man-to-man coverage. We talked about this young man developing as a passer. They're going to need him to be a playmaker throwing the ball.
First down and 10. Smith wants to throw.
Throwing on the run.
Traffic, lofts it down the sideline, has a man.
Oh, overthrew him.
It's just too far. Had the opportunity from Miles Marshall and just overshot him a bit. Marshall is the player who made the 34-yard touchdown catch with 1:42 left to get the win at Ball State to give Miami to the Bahamas.
Good job by Marshall staying alive. He knows that Avion Smith may not be on time. They know he's a playmaker, he can stay alive. Marshall stayed alive, went downfield, just the ball just a little bit out of his reach.
Smith has missed 4 in a row. He's 2 of 7, 30 yards passing to this point. Second down and 10. And he fakes it to Shelton, and Smith will keep it. Get the 45, pick up a 2.
Pick up of 2.
Bring up a third down and long.
And these are difficult play calls. If you're dealing with a young quarterback that is developing as a passer, as an offensive coordinator, you're trying to make a play call on 3rd and 8 in a game where you know you must keep your defense on the sideline. Just let them get a break because they're going against an offense in UAB that is a grinded out offense that can wear you down.
10:44 on the clock and counting.
To get a couple first downs to let that defense rest.
Eric Kaler is the offensive coordinator in his 9th year running the offense for the Redhawks. 3rd down and 8. Smith to throw.
Nice catch. First down, Hawks.
First down yardage. Clutch throw and catch. Mac Hippenhammer. Pick up a 10.
On the previous few 3rd downs, UAB sent a blitz at Avion Smith to make him uncomfortable. This time, they just rushed 3. Avion Smith, feet planted, has a chance to look over the defense and delivers a strike. That is key for his confidence, but key for getting a first down and letting your defense rest.
Second team all Mac.
All right, where are your dogs?
Hippenhammer on first down and 10.
Okay.
A little bit of an issue with the snap, it looked like, off the.
Oh, big pressure, and he's going down.
All sorts of trouble, and he's dropped back at the 42-yard line. Big problems there. Jalen Key coming from the safety position.
Wow.
I wonder if defense coordinator David Reeves is thinking, I didn't blitz on the last 3rd down, which I should have. Let Avion Smith get comfortable. So let me send a blitz on this first down. Let me get back at him, get back to what we want to do, be aggressive on the defensive front, and make this quarterback scramble and try to make plays.
Come on in here, Rex. Lay down.
Flagged for taunting there at the end of that play.
Steve, we're in the
lost 8.
Bahamas.
Oh,
it's a bowl game.
Got it. No taunting.
Taunting is
Got
legal.
it. My bad. 2nd and 17. Here's Kevin Davis. And he'll get back across midfield. Pickup of 6. That sack's a crusher.
Yeah, and on the last 3rd down, UAB sat back. They rushed 3. I'd be very surprised if they do that again. This is a 3rd and long, a difficult play call for Miami. If I'm UAB, I'm sending another blitz because they've been greatly successful at making Avion Smith move out of the pocket and sometimes get to him for a sack.
David Reeves is the defensive coordinator for UAB.
3rd and 11. 3rd and 11.
The defense. 3rd down and 11. See if Avion Smith has another big play in him. UAB showing pressure. Here they come.
Here they come. They're going to hit him. He's going down again.
He's not going to get out of it. Back at the 45, it is Noah Wilder coming. 3rd sack of the day already for UAB, and it's 4th and forever.
And Miami has had 0 answer for the blitz of UAB. That's why I was so surprised they sat back on the last 3rd down, but they hadn't did it the 2 3rd downs after that. Again, Noah Wilder, how impressed are you with this young man playing in this game with the injury, and he's been the key for this defense so far.
Starling Thomas, see if he can set UAB up. And Dom Jobin is set to punt for the 3rd time already. Jobin standing at his 35.
There's the
So
punt.
Got a little bit of pressure. High spiraling kick. And it will bounce into the end zone. 51-yard punt. Nets out at just 31. 10-0 UAB when we come back.
Hi, I'm Billy Taylor, CEO of Hometown Lenders, financing the American dream of home.
This guy's horrible on the computer, on the commercial. They should not have put this guy. They should have got a corporate spokesman. He's horrible. All right. This has been interesting and challenging this morning. But I'm happy that we've given it a full attempt. Just not sure. I don't know if it's everything with the weather going on around the world or what have you. But this is definitely frustrating. And I can see the challenges too, and I can't fix them until I get off. So, hope everybody's having a good day wherever they're at. Frustrating, frustrating, frustrating. We have kicked some doors this morning with everything we have going on. I appreciate those of you that have come in here today and tried to work with us. I mean, that stream just totally crashed earlier, and then they weren't getting enough bit rate. Now it says it's perfect. It's going all over the place. It's literally like there's definite fluctuation in the internet. I know it's not my signal rate. That's the frustrating part. Yeah, that's a football built out of sausages. That's pretty cool. Jesse, how's it coming through to you right now? Dun, 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 dun. Looks like it's still fluttering on my end. Waiting for them to come back.
Bahamas Bowl is brought to you by TaxAct. File for less and get more.
Chuck Martin, the head coach of Miami, said his philosophy 48 hours before the ball game is saying to his kids, have the time of your life. No meetings till Wednesday. Do something wrong, I'm sending you home myself. Looks like those kids were having a blast. Nobody did anything wrong there.
It's amazing to me the blessings that this game of football provides for people. You talk about swimming with dolphins.
7:38 left in the quarter.
See Ryan McWood. He'll be opposing a different quarterback. Jacob Zeno is in the game, replacing Dylan Hopkins. See what's going on with that. First down.
False start.
Flags fly.
False start. Number 61. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First half.
That's a penalty on Matthew Treeherne. In his 35th game, he started all of them, the fifth-year senior.
Hey, Greg.
Checking down Jacob Zeno. You said you noticed something maybe with Hopkins earlier.
Yeah, I thought he was limping on the last drive.
Yeah, ESPN is acting goofy too. That says 3rd and 3. Still got Miami having the ball. Yeah, that's true, Greg. UAB quarterback hit, balls on the ground. He gets it back.
Back at the 9-yard line. Nolan Johnson coming. And a loss of 6 on the play.
Loss of 6 there on the play.
That's exactly the kind of break Miami
Miami needs.
Yeah, in 2 plays, we've seen a false start, and now we see a sack of Zeno in the backfield. If you're Miami, new quarterback coming in the game, get after him. Blitz him, make him uncomfortable. We've seen Hopkins very comfortable.
I don't play this week.
Now, so we'll see if this
In either of the 2 leagues I'm in, I don't play.
We know they're an
So I didn't even look at my fantasy team this week.
In this game as they're struggling.
Good job for Nolan Johnson. Pick up a 2, Jermaine Brown Jr. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long. See the numbers on Dylan Hopkins. And those misses have been near misses. Really close on another touchdown pass to Shropshire. But they think
I got buys.
That's for sure. Redshirt junior.
Hey, Paul.
Antonio transfer from Baylor.
What's 3rd and 19, Steve? So we're going to see how high they think of him. If this is, I don't know how many plays you got for 3rd and 19.
Yeah. It happens, buddy.
If they let this kid throw a pass on 3rd and 19, they think very highly of him.
What do you got, draw?
Draw, screen. That's usually what you see.
So conservative, Joey. Come on. I say take a shot.
Bahamas Bowl.
And they're with
Let's
me.
go.
Zeno lets it fly.
Oh, big play. UAB all the way out to midfield. Down to the 40. Massive completion.
Jacob Zeno laughs at 3rd and 19. It's a pickup of 48.
Maybe the play of the game, and I don't even know what's going to happen beyond this, but this may still be the play of the game. A 3rd and 19, you're Miami, you're struggling to get your offense going. You have a chance to get the ball back in short field position, and now all of a sudden, because of a great play by Zeno, great play call, now they're across the 50. If you're Miami, you're shaking your head. You're like, that was our chance to get back in this game.
Shropshire now has 4
Sure was, and they blew that one.
20 yards and a touchdown. And another one for Zeno, airing it out.
Nothing there.
Hey, just to go back to that last play, the protection was great. Offensive line did a great job. And then how did Shropshire get so open?
In watching this offensive line play, you mentioned they're fun to watch on film, and I truly believe that the defensive backs from Miami are thinking it's 3rd and 19. Right. They're thinking like we were thinking. This is going to be a screen. This is going to be a draw. It's a new quarterback in the game. No way they're going to let this kid throw deep on 3rd and 19, but they did.
There's Shropshire. You see his yards, and then all of Miami's offense. Shropshire's doubling him up by himself.
It has been this UAB defense that has been outstanding.
What's up, Gulls gang? Welcome in, buddy.
They're rushing the quarterback.
University of Alabama, Birmingham.
Back for the UAB offense. And I think because coming into this game, you know that the Miami offense is the best rush defense in the MAC. If you're UAB, you're thinking, let's throw. Let's see if they can cover on the back end.
2nd down and 10 at the 41 of Miami. Off the play action. Zeno throwing on the run.
Oh, he had his man, dropped it.
Wanted Brody Dalton there. And bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah.
It looked like Dalton just jumped a little too early. He's on his way down.
Alabama, Birmingham.
But another nice play by Zeno, who has come into this game and for a rough start, a false start, sack on the next play, he is now settled in and looks pretty good.
Zeno played in 8 games during the regular season, threw for 332 yards in the game against UTSA. And here he's facing a 3rd down and 10. From the 41. Pocket's good for...
Oh, collapse. Sack.
Zeno had the time to throw it, and then things broke down. And the Miami defense able to...
No, not rival schools at all. Not at all.
The sack, loss of 6 on the play.
Huge play for Miami.
Both of them just happy to be in a bowl right now, you know?
To stay in this game. One more score by UAB. This late
Smaller bowls are always at the beginning. That's what we got now.
Situation for Miami.
Today, tomorrow.
Now they'll get this ball back. Now
Sunday, Monday, your bigger teams really start. Most of your bigger teams start kicking in.
Kyle Greenwell is back to punt. For Greenwell, this is his 63rd.
Still is important to all the teams, though.
Ties a UAB school record with Hayden Pittman.
Doesn't matter if you're small or large, you want to be at that bowl.
No fair catch from the 10. He'll cut it up the middle, out beyond the 30.
Nice return out beyond the 30.
There was an injured UAB player down. Maybe before Walker even caught the ball, and he's still down on the field. 37-yard punt, 25 on the injury, And that's Terrell McDonald, the injured tight end on special teams, down for UAB. We'll be right back.
Got a man down.
Your dog is your best friend.
Commercial break, everybody.
But your dog's best friend is your ex-girlfriend, because she always has irresistible pepperoni. Be your best friend's best friend.
Good Lord, that guy's got a lot of pepperoni there.
Oh, hi. What's this? A hospital bill? For $1,100?
Looks like your wallet may need a sling, too.
Tell me about it. Did that goat say Gap?
He's talking about expenses that health insurance doesn't cover.
Well, I'm talking about the money Aflac pays to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh?
Blazing Dragon, yes.
Expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Oh, what a good time we will have. You can make it happen.
There it is, just dropped again.
Voltaren, the joy of movement.
Surprise! It's a new Buick.
You got me a new Buick?
Oh, and there are more gifts inside.
You got me the head-up display.
Wow! It's a massaging seat.
Okay, what next?
Alexa, turn on holiday lights.
This year, give the gift of technology in every Buick SUV.
The holidays. Get 3.99% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on these Buick SUV models.
Thanks to Avalara, we can calculate sales tax on almost anything, anywhere automatically. Avalara.
What if tax rates change? Filing sales tax returns. Managing exemption certificates. Business license guidance. Does it connect with accounting? Item classification. Cross-border sales. What about... Do you have those budget markups? Thank you.
Municipal.
10-0. UAB on top as Terrell McDonald walks off from his own power. That's good to see. Some more games to watch. Capital One Bowl Mania update. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl is interesting. Scott Satterfield will not attend the game because he was at Louisville and took the Cincinnati job. They're going head-to-head. And then New Mexico Bowl, SMU and BYU tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern on ABC. Out of the gun.
Oh, gonna get sacked again. Dances around.
In scramble mode, running to his left, gets the 40, and he'll step out of bounds. Pickup of 6 on the play. Again, if you're just joining us, the UAB coaching story is just, it's out there. Bryant Vincent,
yeah, well, this is getting frustrating.
Coach, he was promoted to interim head coach on June 27th following Bill Clark's resignation due to some back issues. Clark gets credit for saving the program. Remember, they didn't play football in 2015 and 2016. Back to Avion Smith on the ground. Pick up a couple more. And so Brian Vincent was promoted after being the offensive coordinator, and then he sees, it's announced that Trent Dilfer is going to come in and take over, and Vincent said he's done everything he can to make it a smooth transition. Vincent said he vacated his office 10 days early to allow Dilfer to come in and make that transition. And talking to Coach Vincent, talking to Coach Dilfer, both of them said they are together on this. They have bonded over these last couple of weeks. There's nothing awkward between them.
Hold on one sec, guys.
Might be a different story with the administration.
You'll hear the game, but not me.
It's Kevin Davis, ball carrier. But these transitions are never easy, and this appears to be difficult as well.
Yes, this is the first bowl games.
And there is Trent Dilfer. Trent said he was really staying away. Like, he's here, he's on the sideline.
Trying to deal with all this mess here at the house, everybody. I
don't know that there
apologize.
was a more difficult coaches conversation than we had with Coach Vincent. More emotional than I've ever seen a coach in a coach's conversation. This is difficult for him. This is difficult for his players. Difficult for everybody involved. And so when you have this kind of situation, this coach is on his way out. He's coaching in his last game, and the next coach is on the sideline. I mean, when he's talking to us, you could just feel his emotion. And I give him credit for the way he's handled it. You're talking about cleaning out your office 10 days early. I don't know of many guys that would do that in this type of situation when you want to be here and you don't get that opportunity.
I got the quote, pal. Coach Vincent said, I've dedicated my life, my soul, my family's life to this program. And he fully
third down
thought
coming
he was
up here.
Back. He fully thought he'd be back. He said he thought he had done enough. And the
ESPN, are they? ESPN's nowhere near. They're not. I don't know what they're doing.
And went with Trent Dilfer.
You've got to physically reset it every time just to get it even close.
The players wrote to their president, this is just a piece that we believe in Coach Vincent, want him to be our head coach. This team loves Coach Vincent, believes in him. He is our head coach, a great leader, and we follow him. And Brian Vincent said the letter brought tears to his heart. It's usually tears to your eyes, but that was very powerful. Tears to your heart means something too, whether he meant to say it that way or not.
Up the middle, RPO, first down.
The quarterback keeper, and forward progress will give him the
First down for Miami.
And so Miami will keep possession of the ball with 1:59 left.
And I think that's the part we all miss when we start talking about these coaches hires, these coaches situations. And this is a huge first down for this Miami offense. But speaking about Coach Vincent, when we talk about firing coaches and the way these things are released, we don't take into account these people have families.
Right.
These kids are hanging in the balance of who's their next head coach. We move on like it's a simple transaction, and a lot of times it's not.
And Vincent went out of his way to tell the players in this program, this is not Dilfer's fault. This is not about the new head coach. And Brian Vincent will coach someplace in the future. So will David Reeves, and probably the majority of this coaching staff. I know Trent Dilfer still has decisions to make as to what his future coaching staff will look like, but not easy, awkward, emotional.
Oh!
Make it as smooth as possible. Hip and hammer. Couldn't haul in that one from Avion Smith, but that's kind of been the season for UAB. As Vincent said, a season of uncertainty and the unknown, but their leadership and character has been tested. And he said, steady in the storm, right? That's the quote from Vincent, steady in the storm. And hey, it's been a storm. They're going to a different conference.
The kids found out on social media. I mean,
communication was not ideal in this whole thing.
No, and I don't know how it can be anymore because of social media.
Right.
I don't know that it's ever going to be ideal again. But again, there are people and their families that are hanging in the balance, and they're finding out on social media. That's just it's not right for kids.
Timeout,
18, 19, 20
Miami.
years old.
Check that flag on 3rd down and 6.
Miami has used their first timeout of the half. Media timeout.
Media timeout.
Instead of the flag.
What's up, TJ? Welcome in.
Play clocks here in the Bahamas.
There's one down to the left.
The first day in your new home. Decorating your baby's nursery. Thanksgiving dinners and Christmas mornings.
All right, I'll be right back in
Our
1 second
homes
here.
are where our fondest memories are made.
Oh, yeah.
At Hometown Lenders, it's our job to save you money and make your homeownership dreams come true. What could you do with an extra $250 or even $500 a month for your family? Go to hometownlenders.com. Your home is where our heart is.
Crazy, ridiculous commercial. Stream can't make its mind up. It wants to be good, bad, or indifferent.
Bad Boy, the masculine fragrance, Carolina Herrera.
At Macy's, the fragrance destination.
Hey, just try it. Let it take you.
Take me.
Right.
You can take these $5 though.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Of course. You can easily get helpful customer service over the phone or on the Progressive app, pretty much anywhere. Even at the library or the coffee shop. Get great customer support at the park or at this coffee shop.
Why would we go to a different coffee
Well,
shop?
we'll order for J Money.
Thank you.
So is one of these places going to be my car again, or?
Right. Even at your car. Come on, I saw you eyeing these scones earlier. Huh? Huh?
All right.
You get it.
I'm Matt Berry. Coming up on the college football final halftime report, we'll have thoughts on the first half of this game. Plus, you'll remember Mike Leach, and Bowl Mania is underway. We'll get you set for all the games. For now, let's go back to Steve Levy, who's borrowing my booth. We're also going to give dollars out to Joey Galloway for everything he said in the first half. Back to vacation, fellas.
All right, Matt, thanks. Shame to hear about your passport problems, Matt. Darn shame you couldn't make it this year. 3rd down and 7, 9th play of the drive. And it's the longest drive from
3rd and 7, gonna run.
Left and a half. And on 3rd and 7, Avion Smith will take off.
He's gonna be short, 4th and 1.
He's gonna come up a yard short. Pick up a 5 on the play. That's 4th down and no decision here.
Yeah, plenty of time on the clock. It's ticking down about 55 right now. So if you're Miami, you want to be in a hurry, but at the same time, you have plenty of time. You don't have to rush.
Well, now the clock is stopped. Timeout, Miami.
Wow, timeout Miami.
Time off the clock before they called that timeout.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of indecision because they weren't sure where the ball was spotted.
Yeah.
And so when you're in that situation, you don't know if you got 3rd and 1, if you got, maybe 3rd and inches or 4th and inches, I'm sorry, or you get the first down. This is the most important play call of your game so far.
49 seconds left in the half.
Be about a 53-yard field goal. We were told that Graham Nicholson during the season and warm-ups can hit from 60 or so. And be going with the wind at his back, so that would help him there too. But on 4th and 1, trailing 10-0. They're going to try to keep this drive moving. There's 1 timeout left, 49 seconds remaining.
All right, finally, shotgun.
Avion Smith empties the backfield. Now gets some motion with Kenny Tracy, motions him into the backfield. And Avion Smith was
Nice run on 1st down, or 4th down for the first down.
First down progress.
43 seconds.
The progress on the first down.
There wasn't a doubt in anybody's mind what that play was going to be. We knew that was going to be a quarterback run.
UAB have known it too?
At UAB, I think they did know it, but then they tried. Sometimes the other team is
know it.
physical in certain situations.
They're on scholarship too, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now Smith wants to throw on 1st down. Lofts one for the end zone. Got him.
Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown. Mac Hippenhammer loses his helmet, but not the football.
Nice job.
33-yard strike from Avion Smith.
Touchdown, Miami.
Very much in this
Nice play.
game.
Just like absolutely terrible up until that point. You get one drive, you put something together, now it's 10-7. If you get a hold, you go into the locker room with the momentum.
Graham Nicholson on the season has been perfect, 24 of 24 on extra points. Snap with a place.
Did he miss that extra point? He did.
That looked like it was blocked. Definite contact, and it didn't get over the crossbar.
Wow.
Makes it a 10-6 game. Did I mention that Graham Nicholson, it was 24 for 24 on extra points?
You did mention that.
Yeah. I think you said it was going to be 10-7, so.
Yeah, so, yeah. But either way, we see Avion Smith. Look, if you're a quarterback and your offense is struggling, The easiest throw to make without any decision making is the man-to-man coverage deep ball. Throw it out there, see if your guy can make a play for you. In this case, Hippenhammer made a great play. He's their leading receiver, and he made the play they needed.
Hippenhammer's a great story. He's a terrific baseball player. He was actually on Penn State's baseball team. They played against Miami. That was the final sporting event maybe in the country prior to the pandemic, shutting everything down. And then he comes over, the transfer to Miami, played on Miami's baseball team as well. Now he's put Miami, the baseball team, in the rear view and focusing full-time on football, and he's quite a talent. The longest play of the day before that was 15 yards of 2 different receivers for Miami, but they
All right, so halftime will be coming up here in just a second.
Throw for Avion Smith.
34 seconds on the clock. I don't know if they're going to try to do much with it. We'll see.
Think about Smith before that drive was 3 for 40 yards. The offense couldn't move the ball. They had rushed the ball for 28 yards. And you put one drive together at the end of a half, and now it's 10-6. You're within 4 points. You get a chance to go into your locker room feeling pretty good about where you are in a half where you didn't play very well offensively.
And it's significant to get that touchdown there, but especially because UAB is going to get the ball coming out of the locker room to start the third quarter. Let's see how the Blazers play this. Come out running with Jermaine Brown Jr.
Yeah, not much.
Caden Woolard the stop. Timeout taken with 27 seconds.
27 seconds. They're going to work the clock to the fullest extent.
Down to Chris Budden.
Coach Vinjan just huddled up his team and he said, guys, we have 34 seconds left. We got plenty of time, so let's get this party started.
All right. Party in the Bahamas. Perfect. Good time.
What time's your party start today, Steve?
Start of the third quarter. Man, I'm all business. You know me, Joe. I'm all business.
That's what I've heard.
I'm all business till it's time for fun.
Absolutely.
And then there are fun facts. Did you know there are over 700 islands in the Bahamas?
I did not know that.
Third largest reef on Earth. They got a marching band on their currency. You know, in Canada, it's a hockey player. Home of the world's third largest wine cellar. Can't believe you haven't been there yet.
No, I missed that too.
Maybe that's later. That's going to go as an incomplete pass. Tried to get it to Palmer.
And this is actually an interesting play call now. It is 3rd down and 6. So if you don't get a first down here, you're going to have to punt this football. And if I'm Miami, I'm going for a block. Why not?
UAB has 2 timeouts left. Be interesting if they run the ball here. Miami will spend their last timeout. They're going to throw it. And that is completed. They go right back to Tajon Palmer. He has the first down yardage. Pick up a 6.
Well, you give up a hitch, that's going to take away all the drama we were trying to set up, Steve. 3rd and 6, you give up a 7-yard hitch.
Right. And now we'll see how they play out the half with 17 seconds left. Shut it play down. Flag comes in.
False start, number 62, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's Sidney Wells, who's playing in his 40th career game. He's started all of them, first team all conference. This is a terrific offensive line for UAB. Been a relatively clean game as well.
It really has. And when you have running football teams, you talk about this offensive line of UAB, they don't commit a lot of penalties. So you expect the UAB to play a clean one, but Miami's also done the same thing.
1st and 15 into heavy coverage, wanted Fred Farrier. He went up and tried to grab it and off his fingertips. There's a flag down back in the backfield.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 8, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
That's Brian Ugu. So now things get a little more interesting. They tack on the 15.
And Ugu, trying to deflect the pass, just jumped in the air and came down on the quarterback. Those are tough situations for a defensive end. You're trying to deflect the pass, but then when you're in the air, you have to also avoid hitting the quarterback in the head.
Jacob Zeno played the last series. Hopkins back in there on 1st down and 10, comes out throwing, and looked like he had 2 receivers in the area and didn't hit either one of them. 9 seconds left.
Yeah, this last 30 seconds, Steve, is taking as long as the entire second quarter. I mean, this is an interesting drive. 9 seconds now. You probably get 2 more plays if you're UAB.
Right.
You might be able to get in field goal range, try a long field goal, but this one would be into the wind. So I'd imagine they have to get a pretty good chunk of yardage before they could try this field goal.
Ball spotted at their own 46. 9 seconds left, 2 timeouts remaining. And they're going to key on the ground with Brown, and he will hop out over a defender and out of bounds. Clock stopped with 3 seconds left. And it's a pickup of 16.
What's this, about a 55-yard field goal from here?
Spot him. Ball spotted at the 39. 57-ish on the field goal attempt. If you want to take a long shot.
Into the wind.
Into the wind. Well, the flags aren't blowing much now. Well, the pro game will take over on Sunday. Sunday NFL Countdown Crew as you cover for Week 15 at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. And the Monday Night Countdown Crew getting you ready for the Monday night matchup. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers hosting Baker Mayfield and the Rams. It just sounds weird.
It just sounds
Lambeau
so
Field will be slightly chillier than the temperatures here at the Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl, but it'll be a great game. Virtual must-win playoff scenario there, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, and the Manning cast also available, Peyton and Eli on ESPN2. This will be about a 56-yard field goal attempt. They're not going to do that. They're going to take one shot, maybe a Hail Mary, we throw it for the end zone. Let's see. Hopkins lets it go. He's going to be well short, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Miami, a lane down the sideline and getting back to midfield. And that could have been much more dangerous for UAB throwing the pick. The interception. Zolman looks like he comes up with it for Miami. Rowan Zolman, the freshman, a true freshman, the only true freshman on Miami who gets significant playing time, makes the interception, but the officials are talking. So let's see.
After the play, personal foul number 61, UAB. That 15 yards will be added on in the second half, halftime.
That's going to carry over into the second half.
Why did they not get it now and try to take a
15-yard penalty, right? Now, is UAB considered on defense after the interception, right?
Yeah.
And the clock, half can't end on a defensive penalty. We'll get to the bottom of this, but first, let's go down to Chris Budd.
Coach, you guys marched right down the field on that first possession. What have you seen out of your offense since?
You know, I just think we've had a couple false starts that have really hurt drives on the first play and backed us up to 1st and 15. We gave up a couple pressures that we can't do, but we'd be able to move the ball at times, but we've got to finish drives. Just like we did those first two, we got to finish drives. We're playing hard, we just got to minimize our mistakes.
Defensively, you contained the Redhawks until that last series. What do you need more out of in the second half?
We've got to get off the field on third downs. We've given up probably 3 third and mediums to third and longs. We've got to get off the field on third downs.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
You wonder what is swirling around in the mind of interim head coach Bryant Vincent, who has one more half to be the head coach at UAB. 10-6 at the break. Set from Matt Barry in the college football halftime report.
Steve Levy, thank you. Trevor Maddox, Sam Acho, Matt Barry with you. We are in the Bahamas of the Northeast, Bristol, Connecticut. First of 43 bowl games, 40 of those right here on ESPN, ABC, and the family networks. This looks early on like the team's been hanging out in the Bahamas for the past couple of days. What stood out to you?
Well, what stands out is Trey Shropshire. So we saw him 4 catches, 120 yards, but last year he actually led all-across football in yards per catch with 26 yards. So some players in bowl games, they actually elevate their game. Other players hang out on the beach.
Miami's not getting a whole lot done. 4 of their offensive plays have provided half of their total yards. And I think that's going to be happening in the second half as well. I think both teams are going to be throwing it down the field. And the team that will win will be the one that's the least sunburned in the second half.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Confidence points, Bowl Mania, you on this one?
I don't know. I didn't pick a confidence points for this game, but I'm confident in UAB. I am confident in UAB. I'll put them at a 27.
You the Bowl Mania confidence points on this?
No, I'm confident in Miami, but just 1 point.
All right. See, good. Yeah, see, Bowl Mania, it's too late to sign up. If you did, congratulations. There is so much fun to be had come college football bowl season. Still ahead on this halftime report. We remember Mike Leach, who we lost too soon earlier this week. Some stories and reflection on a man who revolutionized college football with his offensive mind. That and more still ahead.
Say you're looking for the perfect present. You might try looking at the perfect place. A place with gifts that light up a face as well as a room. Where it's easy to find the brands they'll love and the advice you trust. That place isn't a warehouse store. That place is your local Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their gifts. Your local Ace has great gifts. Order online and get free delivery or curbside pickup.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, except for this mouse. Decorations were hung with meticulous care. That is until I gave this lady a scare. A holiday lesson we all could learn. Protect your home with Allstate, or your wallet could get burned. To all a good night.
I sold my car to Carvana, and it was awesome. I heard about Carvana through friends, so I thought I'd give it a try. It was easy. Input information about the car, including the mileage, the VIN number. Answered a few questions and got a real offer in seconds. It felt too good to be true. It was a lot higher than I expected. A Carvana advocate came to my house. As soon as they accepted my car, they paid me on the spot. I couldn't believe it. I recommend it to anyone. Try it for yourself. Go to Carvana.com and get an offer for your car. At Carvana.
Grandma, how wide are 2 reindeer? 27, 28, 29.
All right, look at this door now. More people at the door.
Make this December one to remember. Together. Happy holidays from Lexus.
What's up, Baker? Time for rum punch.
In the heart of
I could go for rum punch.
is the heart of the city. At UAB, we're restless with curiosity and the passion that sparks every new idea and discovery. Here, we're learning everywhere and anywhere, growing, bonding, building something different, because different moves the world. Here, we aren't
Copper
just
is
doing
having
what
a
we
fit.
can. We're doing what they say we can.
Welcome into Disney Baker, everybody.
Here,
He's
we
an
are
amazing
shaping a better
gentleman.
world for all of us. Here we are.
Baker, do you have something of Preston's that I got to get from you for something he did for a Christmas present or something? I don't remember. He was talking to me about something on that last week.
Its next head coach, replacing Mike Leach, who died on Monday. The move was made quickly in the aftermath of Leach's unexpected death as a way to stabilize the program and keep on and off the field momentum going. As Mississippi State finished 8-4, they will prepare for their upcoming bowl game. And what we've seen throughout.
We're at the halftime report too, everybody.
How will you remember Coach Leach?
Well, I played at Texas, and so I played against Texas Tech 2007, 2008, 2009, and there are some memorable games. You'll remember the Michael Crabtree catch that kept our team from going to the national championship game. But more so was just his innovation. I remember playing defensive end and trying to rush against this offensive line that had these huge splits that we could never figure out. I remember looking at their offense and saying, man, how do we stop them on the back end? And so 2 things stand out. One, the that he had in college football, but also the fact that tomorrow's not promised. That's another thing that stands out. I mean, this guy was coaching college football not long ago, and all of a sudden he's gone.
I was just with him 3 weeks ago calling that Egg Bowl.
Yeah.
And now it's unbelievable.
So that's the piece that really, I think sometimes, like with a lot of losses that we feel, it's this idea of take advantage of every day because you don't know what the next day holds.
Isn't it amazing the outpouring of respect from other coaches, from other people that have succeeded at the highest level about Mike Leach? In going around the country in my car in the off season on my college football tours. I've seen him at Texas Tech and Washington State and Ole Miss, or excuse me, Mississippi State, running practice, running conditioning drills. And I think he's misunderstood by a lot of people because they see him as this air raid coach, therefore he must be a finesse coach.
He's been up and down the steps
He is
twice.
an old school, hardcore, hard-nosed football coach that would fit in with the best of the tough guys of the 70s. That's the way he approached it, and then he threw the ball all over the field.
It was amazing. The last conversation I had with him was in preparation for that Egg Bowl against Ole Miss. We were doing our meeting, and in my backdrop, there's an Arizona State football helmet with the Sparky logo on it. So Leach is coming in, he's getting ready, and he sits down. He's like, it's done via Zoom early in the week on the Monday. Hey guys, that's you got a Sun Devil helmet. Well, yeah, that's where I went to school. Did you know Sparky is the origin of Walt Disney? And goes into this whole thing about the origin of the Sparky logo, which is just proof that guy knew a little about a lot.
Yeah, people talk oftentimes about giving people their flowers while they're still alive. We're telling these great stories about Mike Leach on the road or calling the Egg Bowl. I got a chance to text a former coach of mine who's still alive and still coaching now, just to tell him how I appreciated him, the things that I loved about him, and what an opportunity for whether you're a high schooler or a college player or even just a friend, to let them know what you love about them while they're still around, while they can still hear it and receive it. I think it might take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 50 minutes, but I'd say write that out and tell the people you love why you love them, what's best about them.
That's a great point and well said. Two things. One, Mike Leach revolutionized football all the way down to the high school level in Texas with 7-on-7 and everything he did. The game will not be the same on the field and at the podium. As we take a look back now at Mike Leach and some of his best moments that, quite frankly, entertained us all off the football field.
All right, any questions?
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
What do you really want for Christmas?
Coach, I know you have strong thoughts on weddings.
Go elope. Trust me on that.
When it comes to marriages, the women lose their mind.
It's a good win. There's a lot of people. It's like Woodstock, except everybody's got their clothes on.
There should be a lot more gorillas for mascots.
I hope there's Bigfoot. I don't think there is.
See, I'm going to get my grandkids one of these things. We're like one of the most constipated offenses on earth. I've never liked candy. I think it's just awful.
Once in a while, a pirate can beat a soldier, you know?
Hey, Jeannie. Hey, Dave.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Jeannie, we got your box today. That was awesome. We're going to talk about it tonight on the show. Thank you.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending
Hey,
machines
Brian.
and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car. So go to Carvana, enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
Hey, Tristan! Hey, Lexus, play holiday music.
Make this December one to remember. Together. Happy holidays from Lexus.
Oh, that's my piece of the shakaroni. That's the biggest one we make.
They've donated $1 from every shakaroni to the Papa John's Foundation.
Dang, that's huge. If the hoop was as big as that pizza, maybe you'd have made some of your free throws. Somebody save me a slice. Where'd he come from?
Deep sea driving, I see.
Something like that.
Well, here's something else. With your Farmers Policy Perk new car replacement, you can get a new one.
That's something else.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Ah, humbug. My signal is
Ah,
totally
humbug.
ghosting me.
You need a better network. 'Tis the season to switch to Verizon. They'll give you the new iPhone 14 Pro.
Amazing phone.
This holiday season, Verizon gives you the new iPhone 14 Pro, plus an Apple gift, like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro. All on us and in stock now. That's a value of up to $1,900.
Wow.
And there are unlimited plans for everyone, starting at just $35 a line. Act now. It's our best deal of the year, but it ends soon. Visit Verizon today.
Will shows up, starts small, and digs in. Will builds connections where others create barriers.
Welcome in, everybody.
Will resolves
Hopefully,
to
stream's
grow
holding. We've had
beyond
trouble
doubt
all day
to be
today.
more than the sum of our setbacks.
Hopefully, it seems to be
Will
holding
finds
for
a way
everybody right
forward,
now.
because it's not just what we do. It's
Thank
who
you guys
we
for coming
are.
in. I've had one heck of a day.
Your vision,
So I
our
appreciate
purpose.
people stopping
Together,
by.
We will.
Coming up 3 p.m. Eastern, Duluth trading Cure Bowl. Trevor Maddox, what a matchup we have between Meat and Troy.
That's right. It's good on good. When Meat is on the field with that offense, Frank Harris, one of the most electric dual-threat quarterbacks in the country, leading one of the best offenses in the country, against Troy's defenses, which is one of the top stop units in the country. This is elite on elite when those Roadrunners have the ball.
Probably safe to say, like, if there was a combined point total you wanted to go after, Acho, maybe go over whatever that point total is.
Absolutely, and specifically with UTSA, this is one of the top offenses in the nation.
Let's see if there's more scoring early in the Bahamas. Look, maybe they're in halftime, getting like the cucumbers on their eyes, ready to play ball in the second half.
Are you alone in the house, ma'am?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Smile. Buy it on Blu-ray and 4K disc now. Junk sleep have you forgetting major things? Like you're a triplet? With our mattress matcher, find your perfect match. Unjump your sleep at Mattress Firm.
You know, it doesn't matter if you choose left or right, because they're both chewy, crunchy, and delicious.
One thing I'm going to be doing here while we're sitting here at halftime chatting is, one thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be setting up a stream. Setting up a stream for probably Tuesday, I think, of this week. Tuesday or Wednesday. And we're going to talk holiday depression. And we're going to talk the challenges of that. The challenges of that. I've got a thumbnail that I've just created that I'm going to use, and we're going to talk about things that during the holidays that affect people, and I'll be talking about this throughout the weekend, and hopefully people will come and join us to sit and talk about that. I don't know if I want to do it during the evening or if I want to do it during the day. I'm trying to figure out when I should do it. For you guys that are in here that have been around a while, Jeannie and Jesse and Lila and Paul, what do you guys think? Should I do that in the afternoon? Or should that be a night stream? I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with that. Trying to work on that. For what will be best practice that'll help the most people is what I'm trying to figure out. I think it's a good topic to talk about as we try to do things on the channel to help people. I'm trying to figure out when I want to do it. Preston? You got people at work that might not be able to join in. Maybe Wednesday night. What do I have scheduled Wednesday night? Jesse, I don't think I put anything on the Deuce on Wednesday, have I? Hey, Michael Hancock. How are you? Maybe Wednesday is that show. Do I have anything scheduled here on Wednesday night? Could be Tuesday night, too. I could use Tuesday night. What do I have coming up? So, Monday, so I haven't put anything up for next week. I think maybe Tuesday night is when it's going to be. I think Tuesday night. While they're still working on this here, I'm going to put up... Oh, sorry, Rex. Didn't mean to scare you, buddy. I'm sorry. Chair moves a little bit more when I'm in a big chair rather than my wheelchair. While they're talking here at halftime, I'm going to throw this up real quick. And
Here's a Jackson State Celebration Bowl. Got a whole second half of hip and hammer. Right now, 10-6, UAB back to the Bahamas. Steve Levy, Joey Galloway after this.
If there's anyone here who knows why they should not be joined in...
so if we set it up for Tuesday.
He's so weirdly short.
Thumbnail.
Girl, that's too much.
It's college football with AT&T 5G. It's never too much.
What's the score?
You're looking very handsome, Tyler. Very tall.
AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
What do you got there? A hospital bill for me? For $1,200? Did you say Gap?
Yeah, he did. She's talking about expenses that health insurance doesn't cover.
That's why there's Aflac. It pays you money to help close that gap. Aflac, huh? Don't tell me he high-stepped it. She stole my move.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Are you ready for some action? Saturday, December 3rd, the best from the East.
All right, there we go.
Meet for the 26th consecutive.
I'll have to tag it later. Whoops.
At Ford Field. Now is your time to get tickets to the conclusion of the 76th MAC football
And we'll
season.
say Tuesday at
Get your tickets today.
9 o'clock. Does that work?
FordField.com/MAC.
Tuesday at 9 o'clock.
Get some action.
When an injured client comes to us, it's not just another case. We treat them like our family.
The attorneys of Cohen, Snyder, Eisenberg, and Katzenberg.
To do right by our clients, we get to know them first and how the injury is impacting their life and their loved ones.
Making a personal connection is how we earn trust and get the best possible outcome for each client.
If you've been injured, call the lawyers of Cohen, Snyder, Eisenberg, and Katzenberg for a free
All right, so I'm going to put up this thumbnail. Let me know what you guys think of the thumbnail.
Quick, get that lady over here. You got it, doctor? She has a severe lack of Royal Farms coffee. The freshest in the world. She needs a cup. Stat!
All right, I just created the thumbnail.
Chicken. ASAP.
You're gonna give a chicken?
If you go into my upcoming streams, you'll be able to see it.
Aren't you his agent?
Justin, you know you're not a real doctor, right? Of course I do. I just play one on TV. Real.
I'm not sure if I'm going to do guests or not, Jesse. I'll let you know. I'm not sure yet.
Welcome back
But thank
to
you.
Capital One Bowl Mania.
The thumbnail's up, though, if you want to take a look at it. Tell me what you think of it.
Welcome to the Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl in Nassau. Getting ready to start the second half. Some of the halftime festivities. Thomas Robinson Stadium.
Hey, what's on, Jeff? How are you, buddy?
Day. 10-6 UAB leads Miami. We take a look at today's clutch delivery. Brought to you by Chipotle.
Yeah, we thought we were going to see a running offense out of UAB averaging over 240 yards a game, but it's been the pass game and throwing the ball straight.
Could you get me a Pepsi?
4 catches, 120 yards. He's been open. It's been man-to-man coverage on the outside.
We've had a lot.
Miami defense against the run, and so UAB has changed their game plan. They've decided to throw the ball, and they've done it very well.
Yeah, it's fine. We've had a lot going on this morning. We've had our basement. The sump pump went out, died. Our basement's flooded. We're dealing with a mass mess here. So we got that rolling on and working through it. And we've been struggling with our chat today. Our stream hasn't been working as well. ESPN website is not working, so not getting a good feed. So I guess 2 big streams that are coming up for us, besides all the football streams this weekend. Next Friday night is going to be a Christmas party for all the Disney people in our community on my Friday night show. We're going to invite a ton of people to just stop by and holiday wishes and all that. So that's going to be big. And next Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, I'm going to do a show on holiday depression and the challenges of managing that, leading up to and including potential suicide. And we're going to talk about that for a little bit on Tuesday night. So a couple interesting shows coming up on our channel. Thank you. All right. We got to go buy all new towels. We had all of our towels were downstairs in the wash down there in baskets to get done today when my wife got home. All that's destroyed and gone. Thank you, Jim. Short run on first down there. I don't know. We'll see if it does turn into a good game. Stream's already crashed once on me because of internet issues. Hopefully it doesn't. I should have had her put liquor in that damn drink right now. Big pass play complete. First down, UAB. I've got a full mess going on. I am mentally taken down today, beat down right now. Choose to be happy. I keep reminding myself. Another handoff. Nice run. Gain of a couple. Thanks, guys. You have those days, right? You have those days. Oh, whistles everywhere.
Take a look at today's performance update prepared by Tax Act. He's on the sideline. He's just not playing in the game. Yes, you decided that before this game. Yeah, like I've been showing before he opted out, you decided the Wayne McBride would be your performance update. So you think a performance update should be by a player who's performing today? Is that what you're trying to say? Another terrible rule. But yes, I think the performance update should be a guy that is playing in this game. Got it. We'll have that updated for the next game for sure. And again, we've got some issues, not just in the booth, but on the field too. There's no play to offense, so the defense is allowed opportunity to match up. And so we should say, while we hadn't seen that penalty yardage carrying over before, good job by this Mountain West crew, these officials, led by referee Tim Davis.
Hey, Dave. Thanks, buddy. Here's to help with some of your needs. Sending prayers, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that, Dave. It's extremely nice of you. Oh, Jeff. Between Jeff and Dave, Jeff just sent $50 on PayPal to go pay for the towels. Thanks, buddy. Both of you, thank you. That will go a long way because we got to go buy a whole bunch of stuff. Thank you. I'm just going to put Jeff and Dave up here. Can't get both of them up there, and I don't. Jeff, C-N, space Dave. Thank you, guys. That's generous. I almost called Paul for help this morning. when this all went down. I couldn't get to the couldn't get to the basement. Water was coming in everywhere, and I was running out of options. I knew he was a long way away, but I was looking for people that I could trust. Thank you, Jeff and Paul. That's a beautiful thing. You didn't have to do that. Thank you. I know it can all be fixed. It's just the whole challenge of having to do it, having to call the insurance company, throwing out stuff that you had, you know. It was a mess. It was a mess. The kids, 7 o'clock this morning, 6:45, Kayla's running upstairs. There was 3 inches of water in the basement, and lost the TV, lost a bunch of stuff we're going to have to throw out. But I guess it's a good transition into my video I wanted to do for Tuesday after watching Twitch, what happened with him, to talk about holiday depression to help other people. And I think that's a good topic to talk about. Not realizing who's going through what during the holidays. 10-6 games so far, 11:25 left on the clock. Maybe that's why it happened. Maybe God wanted me to help other people, and he was motivating me and pushing me along to get that done. Because I've been hemming and hawing on doing that stream, going back and forth. I was thinking about doing it earlier in the month, and then I saw what happened with Twitch, and that made me think about it a lot. And then just talking to people that are going through stuff, trying to figure out how I can help people. So, but we're going to do it now. What do you think of the thumbnail, at least, that I did? I thought the thumbnail is pretty good. I think it'll catch some attention, at least, I hope. We'll talk about that tonight. Plus, we'll do a Christmas party here next week. No, Jeff, I mean, I'm not worried about that. I believe that things happen in life for a reason, and, you know, I believe I was left here for a reason, and maybe as one of God's voices of instrument voices, I guess is the way to do it. Maybe that's what he wanted me to do. So we'll see. But we're gonna talk about that next Tuesday. I think the thumbnail is pretty good. I think it'll draw attention. I think it says what it needs to say, which is, you know, what we're going to talk about and how we can help others. Because people go through a lot, you know, with that stuff. We're at a commercial break right now. We'll talk football as soon as it comes back up here. And Rex keeps getting really mad because I keep whacking him with the chair. He is right on top of me. He's used to laying right next to me. Well, thanks, David. I appreciate, you know, again, your generosity. You're caring, Jeff, as well. Your generosity and caring. That's a beautiful thing. I don't talk about what I talk about for that, but it's nice that you did that, and it'll definitely help, because what didn't get up this morning, planning to have to go buy all brand new towels, all brand new, both tablecloths are shot, because you can't, like all the dog toys that were down there for Kayla's dogs that got to go, you can't rewash that stuff and just use it, you know, that when water's come up through your sump pump that was all around your foundation and everything, you don't know what bacteria and all's in there. So, Lord knows I don't need another infection. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mentioned he was limping earlier in the first half, and this just seems like that is something that is lingering. He didn't get hurt, and he's immediately saying, I got to come out.
Right. And then he goes down. And here's the play to trade Shropshire. It's a gain of 14. Now, originally they called it on Miami, the personal foul, but it was corrected to on Shropshire of UAB.
All right, handoff here.
Down out of it, but after the 14-yard gain, they walk him back 15 yards.
Yeah, I don't need that right now. But I went to the basement for the first time since August of 2019 today, so is what it is. Oh, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Paul also just sent $50 PayPal with a very touching note. Thank you, Paul. What? Do I need the box? No. Kayla's going to get towels and stuff? All right. Let's have to work through this, Nanette. We got Nanette, Paul Engel and Jeff Condon and Space Mountain Dave. Paul and Jeff each sent us $50 on PayPal toward stuff. And Dave sent us $10, which is nice of him. All right, back to the game. Can't even see him. Eyes are blurry right now. Curious Raven Chronicles. That is a cool channel name. We're all here for some reason. Just why I enjoy your streams, even though I'm not usually lurking. You got a very cool channel name. Thank you. Appreciate that. We try to do what we do. I am proud of the thumbnail, at least for Tuesday. I think I've been sitting on that thumbnail for a little while. I think that's a perfect thumbnail for that. 10-6 game here. UAB moving the ball. Curious Raven Chronicles. I really like the name. Timeout. Must be nice to be playing football in the Bahamas where it's 80 degrees. It sucks because the restoration company's talking about cutting out the walls, part of the walls and everything. Ugh. That's a dumb commercial. I feel like I say that a lot lately.
At Chipotle, real food always starts with real ingredients in real kitchens. When you order Chipotle,
well, at least, and I'm sitting here broadcasting with you in the big chair. I'm not in a wheelchair, which is nice. Hey, Sam, welcome in, buddy.
the easiest way to Chipotle and the fastest way to get queso on us.
You don't have to be a wizard to make delicious iced coffee at home.
So as you're sitting here, keep in mind we've got football all weekend long, 3 NFL streams today, 2 NFL streams tomorrow, Monday, another bowl game on Monday afternoon, and Monday Night Football coming up. Tuesday will be a big show now on holiday depression. That'll be in the evening at 9 o'clock if you'd like to join us for chatting about that. And then next Friday, not today, but next Friday will be a huge day, I'm hoping, in our Disney community. I will be extending the invitation to a lot of people to stop by our show Friday night and just do a holiday Christmas party. Wear your best, craziest holiday Christmas sweater. Stop by and tell us, just a couple quick things. What was the best thing from 2022? What are you looking for most from 2023? And to just send holiday wishes to people. And I'm going to go out of my way to extend the invitation to as many people in the community, creators, non-creators. I'm going to start working on that probably later on today, sending out invitations for next week on the show. Next week on the show, which should be pretty cool. Should be some fun stuff coming up on the channel. Oh, maybe I'll get some sleep because I didn't go to sleep till almost 5 o'clock this morning. And then, bam, had to jump out of bed. Trying to keep an eye on my email here because the people that are supposed to come clean the basement or whatever are supposed to give us a call. And I still don't have anything. I think it's a good thumbnail, isn't it, Jesse? Don't you think?
Michigan, number 3 TCU, the Virgo Fiesta Bowl, number 1 Georgia, number 4 Ohio State, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. You liking that game?
I think Ohio State gets it.
Really? You are Mr. They're going to pull it off. On first down and 10. Pick up. Loss of 1 on the play. Down to Chris.
All right. Back at it here, 9:30 on the clock. Lila Rose, $27.99 Canadian. You bless us all with your stream. Thank you, Lila. Thank you to Lila and Paul. Thank you for all your support.
Second down and 11 upcoming. 9 minutes to play, third quarter. It's been a good one. There are no bad ones, by the way. Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl. On the ground.
Oh, thank you very much.
In the backfield, sophomore. Birmingham. Rushed just 10 times this season. Carries here.
We've seen a number of times Miami be pretty good at defense, first and second down, and then they'll give up one of these third and long. They have to find a way to get off the field.
It's very nice of you, Lila. Appreciate that. Thank you, Lila, Paul, Jeff, and Dave.
This is a chance for them to shut down this UAB deep offense and get the ball back and see if they can take a lead.
Third down and 8. Birmingham, UAB. I love to see Miami win for David T. Fourth down.
Protection was great. Coverage in the secondary for Miami.
And that was the definition of a coverage set. You're right. That offensive line, there was no pressure whatsoever for Zeno in the pocket. He could still be standing in the pocket. I always wonder when quarterbacks do that, when you have that much time, they start to get uncomfortable. And they start to feel like, I have to run, I have to get out of the pocket. But that offensive line was doing such a nice job. Zeno could have stayed in the pocket a couple more times.
4th and 7. They're going to go for it. Everybody's just going for it. 4th and 7. Oh, he dropped it. Turnover on downs. Hey, I'll drop this in there real quick too, guys.
Miami will have blocked the house. They didn't have enough guys on the back end to cover all the receivers for UAB, so they just took their shot.
So it's going to be a turnover. Miami's getting the ball. If you have not seen the Festival of the Holidays Candlelight Processional with Whoopi Goldberg that we put up this morning, Casey absolutely destroyed it. His location of where he's sitting to film this video is absolutely incredible. And his quality of his video is like you're watching it on your widescreen TV at home. It's ridiculous. It is so good. If you haven't seen that, you need to take a look at it. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Maybe his work yet. Maybe his best work yet. Honestly. Second down and 3 for Miami. RPO, he's going nowhere. It's going to be a sack. Maybe Casey's best work to date. That good. Yeah, he knocked it out of the park. It's amazing. It's ludicrous how good that is. The sound and the video. Smith going to throw again. His receiver went down.
he looks to be injured in some way. No contact at all there. Good job by Starling Thomas. There in coverage.
4th and 6. Miami's going to be punting again. If you took the under in this game, you're probably dancing a happy dance right now. Ball's loose. Miami's got it. Now it's still loose. I think Miami's got it. It is a plethora of body parts in a pile right now. Yep, Miami's got it. That'll make David T happy somewhere. Miami's got a 1st and goal now. There's David T. First and goal. Handoff around the outside. Touchdown, Miami. That was too easy right there for them.
And the Miami Redhawks, for the first time today, have a lead.
Nice job. And ESPN is doing absolutely nothing right now. They're still way behind. They're still on 4th and 6.
Just like that, Miami of Ohio has the lead.
Is he the kicker?
13-10, Miami on top. Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl.
All right, we're going to a timeout.
Hometown Lenders, where we believe in putting people before profits. That's what
This
drives
guy's horrible
us
on
to save
screen here.
homeowners $250, $500 or more every month on your mortgage. And it's why we're raising $1 million for St. Jude's
Hey, just
Children's
kicked an extra
Hospital
point.
and purchasing life-saving medical kits for the first responders who keep us safe. At Hometown Lenders, community matters, and customers aren't just a number, they're our neighbors.
Have you thought about your wish?
I wish that Shaq was my real-life big brother.
Aww.
What's up, little bro?
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
Turns out some wishes do come true. And it turns out that General is a quality insurance company that's been saving people money for nearly 60 years. Mom, for a great low rate and nearly 60 years of quality coverage, make the right call and go with the General.
What will you do? What will you change?
All right, we come back here. It's 14-10. I'm waiting for ESPN to catch back up.
Will you create something?
I may have to switch over to that other broadcasting thing for tomorrow.
Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with the tools and expertise you need to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us.
Introducing Discover Online Privacy Protection. We'll help remove your personal data from 10 popular people search websites. Because the thing about your personal information is that it should stay private. online privacy protection.
Oh, I got so much stuff
Free
to show tomorrow
from
tonight.
Discover.
Are they still at it?
What do you think?
They just don't stop, do they?
Thanks.
What's that noise?
Devontae got a tuba.
We all know it's a problem, but no one wants to talk about it.
Yep.
We gotta do something about all those Alabama players in the house.
It's the elephant in the room.
Exactly, and it's really uncomfortable.
No, literally, the elephant is in the room.
That's actually a good commercial. That was a good commercial.
Welcome back, Miami, up 13-10. Join with UAB new head coach Trent Dilfer. Coach, thanks so much for joining. When you got the call that UAB was interested in you to be the new head coach, what intrigued you about the program?
What I know about the program?
What intrigued you about it?
Oh, a lot. And again, it was a long process. You know, I was trying to finish up a state title with my team, and I wanted to kind of go on an information gathering journey with them. And but what I found out is the three things I always thought you need to build a dominant program in college football. You need a president committed to excellence. He's got to wake up thinking about it and go to bed thinking about it. He's got a huge institution. He wants every department, every part of that to be excellent. Dr. Watts is that way. You know, AD, that the impact of football. It's not more important than anything. Listen, I had 3 Division I volleyball player daughters. I don't want football to be more important. But the fact of the matter is it's more impactful. And the Indian donor base has proved it. And our donor base proved it when they brought back football. So it has all the ingredients to build a dominant college program. I really enjoyed the relationships I made in the process, and I'm really excited about the future of UAB football.
This is an interesting time period because there's bowl prep with this current team, there's early signing day, there's transfer portal. What have been your priorities since you took over 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, number one.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, UAB.
He's a wonderful man. What he was able to do with this team and his staff, considering the awkwardness of the situation, is really admirable. So I wanted to come in and serve him. I didn't want to get in his way. Day one, I said, this is your team, finish strong. And he reciprocated. He was really kind to me through this process. We spent a lot of time together and kind of showed me the lay of the land. And then we had to get on the recruiting trail. And that was priority number one. So I've been not sleeping a whole lot, drinking by a fire hose. Trying to go and identify ODs. We call those our dudes, the kind of guys that fit our philosophy, how we're going to run this thing.
Handoff up the middle, first down.
Student athletes, good people. That's who we're going to bring in the program and hopefully win a lot of games with them.
You've won at the highest level, have a Super Bowl, you've coached high school, you have 3 daughters who have played college volleyball. What about that? What have you learned about today's athlete that feel like suits you to be a good head coach?
I think, unfortunately, this has become institution-centric.
I got to cheer for him because he's a Ravens Super Bowl winning coach.
That matter. We'll be student-athlete-centric. We're doing this to serve them. We'll be all about serving the student-athlete. We want to get the best out of them. We want to make them great husbands and fathers. They're going to be professionals in something, right? Lawyers, doctors. Some will be professional football players. But we want to put a staff together so we're going to pour into these young men and help them be better humans. I don't know if you've turned on the news lately. It's really hard to turn on the news and feel like our country's in a great place, no matter what you're watching, right? We want to help change that with this next generation by pouring into young men and helping them change this world for the better. And they'll play good football in the process.
When you met these young men that are currently on the team, what was your message to them when you stepped in that room?
Just that if you want to be served, if you want to chase your best, if you want to pursue your maximum potential, this can
going down the field, incomplete. Hey, Chris Dye, welcome in, buddy. Jesse, these avatars you make for people are kind of neat.
This probably isn't the place for you. Because again, I'm very steadfast on this. I think too much is made about what happens between the lines. I think what you do outside the lines becomes an overflow, and it overflows onto the field. We've proved that at the high school level. People say, hey, listen, he's a high school coach. He doesn't get it. Just watch. We'll pour into these kids, and it'll be a great product out there.
You worked in TV for a bit with ESPN. Steve Levy wants to know, harder trying to be on TV or head coach?
Your job's easy, Lee. Just stop sweating so much up there.
Appreciate it, Coach. Congratulations on the job.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, full disclosure, he's a
I see some guy walking out front of my house. It's an Amazon
a lot
guy.
of Monday night post games on NFL fields.
Like, who is out front of my
A little
house?
snapshot into what Dilfer's all about. What was your thoughts on what he had to say?
I love everything he had to say, but unfortunately,
That's very cool.
Coaches are judged on winning and losing.
Have you sent them to people?
Everything he said is absolutely terrific. You would love for it to be that way. You would love for every coach and every organization, every school to be thinking all those spots. But in this world of college football,
you were
3:55 here left in the third.
Or lose games, and we'll see if he can do that.
There's an injured player down. That's
Injured
Ryan
player
Hoover.
down right now. Whoops.
Second time he's been shaken up this afternoon. He's had a really good game, too. Transfer from Rutgers. As he's attended to. Again, we're just kicking off bowl season.
Some of them,
here
okay.
today, the first of some 43 bowl games, 40 of which on the ESPN Family Networks. Up next.
You should, some of the people that don't have anything, you could send them a direct message and send it to them. Just say, here it is, if you're interested.
Eastern. Watch it on ESPN, the Deportes, or the app. Travels with you anywhere you're going.
Hello.
It's a great time of year.
Hey, Amazon, when you get a chance.
Just so much fun, and the games are so interesting.
Yeah, they did.
Still waiting for some trick plays, flea flicker.
Oh, is that what it was?
If you
Okay.
weren't listening earlier
Okay.
in the UTSA and Troy game, take the over.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot of offense in that game.
You might be able to get to the sports book in time to get something.
Oh, I'm gonna
down.
try my best. Believe me.
I'm in for half. Half of the winnings.
Handoff, off tackle, up the middle. Solid game.
Witherspoon getting a good bunch of runs here. Pick up 6 inside of 4 minutes to play. And again, Miami enjoying a 13-10 lead. The Redhawks were a double-digit underdog coming into this one.
Hello, Samantha Lowe.
Plenty effort.
And for a large part of this game, UAB looked like they were the better football team, especially for a large part of that first half. And since Miami has turned the table.
Sam, next Friday night, next Friday, not tonight, but next Friday, I'm going to be doing a big Christmas holiday party on my channel. Friday night, just sending out invites for anybody who wants to stop in and say hello. So you'll receive something either on text or something from me if you want to stop by.
Carried the football only 10 times all season for 52 yards and a couple of touchdowns.
Look at that hole. I mentioned this offensive line, all 5 starters got all conference honors. I don't know that has happened any other time. It definitely hasn't happened in a game that I've called. But a lot of times it doesn't matter who's running the ball because the offensive line is so impressive in opening holes like they did on the last play.
Witherspoon 4 carries today for 23 yards. Halfway to a season total.
Oh, nice run down to the 30.
Good hit at the end of the play. He's down to the 30. Pick up a 4. And now Witherspoon will come off. Great to see Dylan Hopkins back in there at quarterback.
Yeah, he's back. He's back on the field, but it seems like the UAB offense has really settled in right now, and they've decided we're going to try to be more physical than you are. We're going to get back to what got us to this point, and that's running the football. They run it for over 240 yards a game this season. That's how they make their living. We'll see if they'll keep that going.
2nd and 5. Hopkins off the play.
Short collection.
Able to roll to his right and complete inside the 30.
Inside the 30, almost fumbled it.
It's like Dallas Payne on his first catch. Give him 5 on the play. Looked like that ball popped out at the end there for a second.
And it's
gotcha.
amazing. The ball popped out.
Hey, Peanut.
Miami's going to get another turnover, and then it falls right back in his lap.
That's clean living right there.
Absolutely.
Dallas Payne doing something right. Payne made just 2 catches during the regular season. That's also a great thing about the bowl games. Guys who don't often get opportunities, extra 3 weeks of practice.
Yep.
Take some chances in the bowl game. 3rd down and 1.
Yep, still pretty much acting up.
Junior straight ahead.
Nice run on first down.
And down to the 16-yard line, pick up a 12. And a first down for UAB.
Miami had their entire team, their entire defense was on the line of scrimmage, trying to stop this run, and they still couldn't do anything about it. They're an outstanding run defense, but they are getting tested right now by what might be a better rush offense. We'll see what controls their end of this game when we get into the 4th quarter. But right now,
handoff,
the offense is
no
really
gain.
starting to turn the ball out.
Well, there's the defense you're talking about, that run defense shutting down Jermaine Brown Jr., led by Matthew Salopek, who had a career-high 17-tackle game at Ball State a season ago. Loss of 2 on the play. And they've run the football 7 times on this drive. passed just 4 times.
I think Miami just made a decision.
Yep.
We're coming. If you can run it on us, you can. But we're not going to sit back. We're not going to play coverage. We're going to bring all our guys to the line of scrimmage. And you got to prove to us that.
See if they actually snap this final seconds, third quarter.
Nope, they didn't get it off.
And they wanted to run the play and didn't get it off in time. 0's on the clock.
Fourth quarter coming up.
Say we go to the fourth quarter in the hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl in a 3-point game. Just the way you draw it up. The weather's glorious. The football's been pretty good too. Fourth quarter.
Football's been okay. It ain't been that great.
The roar of our engines.
Oh, boy.
Our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us.
I guess I need to put up a thumbnail for the other one then too, right?
Passions that drive us.
Use the Disney font.
Feelings that move us. The places that pull us. On the roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care. Here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
You slowed down pain.
Holiday.
What's that taste like, Pops? You never had a Guinness?
It looks
Celebration. We'll do it that way.
It's actually light on its feet and smooth as velvet.
Like you, when you played ball.
Did he used to be a tennis player? Sure did.
Generate. Let me see what this looks like.
Christmas Day, beginning at noon on ESPN and ABC.
More truck owners are switching to Ram, which means more people with holiday spirit are switching to Ram, and more people with not so much. More people who love the cold, more people who don't, and more people covered in tree sap are switching to Ram.
Now, during the Ram Big Finish sales event, well-qualified current FCA lessees can lease the 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for $299 a month.
As a parent, there's no greater honor than to have your children follow you in the family business.
The attorneys of Cohen, Snyder, Eisenberg.
Drew Thompson, what's up? Welcome in.
Are in good hands with
I mean, it's been a solid game, yeah. I wish YouTube would, or ESPN would fix their thing and automatically update.
Better people, and that's the key to our firm's success.
Where did I put those Christmas?
Call the lawyers of Cohen, Snyder, Eisenberg, and Katzenberg for a free consultation.
Tools.
Getting ready for fourth quarter action. The hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl. 13-10, Miami leads UAB. Things are heating up on the field as they are on the scoreboard. And down to Chris.
Well, you can tell the heat's starting to get to this UAB sideline. That was something that Chuck Martin had noted coming out of halftime. But I've seen guys go into the medical tent, getting IVs, getting stretched out, cramping here on the sidelines. Listen, they play in the heat, but
yeah, 80 degrees. You're not used to playing in that right now.
And that Miami defense has been on the field a lot in the third quarter. That pass is complete. Down to the 5. Fred Farrier on the receiving end.
Really nice job by Hawkins standing in the pocket and just delivering. I'm sorry, Zeno standing in the pocket and just delivering this ball to the middle. It's a nice,
yeah, he's pretty decent.
Route. You sit in the middle, you find the zones, and it's an easy first down.
13th play of this drive is upcoming. Again, time of possession in the third quarter. UAB had it for 13 and a half minutes. This Miami defense need to be gassed, especially with all that heat. First down and goal now.
First and goal, UAB up the middle again.
Hands it off to Jermaine Brown Jr. straight ahead. Second and goal upcoming.
I was wondering when the heat would take its toll on these guys. We mentioned the weather up north. The weather in Birmingham, not quite like this, 80 degrees. And I was a guy that cramped when I played. And in the fourth quarter was when it used to start. It starts to settle in. Man, I'm working.
Danny
hard.
says,
I'm
"Go
working
Hawks."
at this time of year. And then you think about the practice schedule for these guys. They want to have fun. They want to enjoy themselves. So they haven't had a chance to practice as hard in this climate. So today, they're dealing with the heat that they haven't dealt with probably in a couple months since it's been this kind of weather where each of these teams play.
Second down and goal. Oh, snap.
Handoff up the middle. I think he's in. Touchdown, UAB. In the mix there. In the mix.
Blazers go back on top.
UAB back up right there. Gets a touchdown notification up on the board.
We got to this point by
And of course,
football, and we're gonna
ESPN way behind.
here late in this game.
ESPN still showing its second and goal. That is way behind.
From Matt Quinn. Perfect on the season with extra points. And he boots it through. UAB back on top. A 4-point lead. Minute and a half into this fourth quarter.
This is just physical football, a great offensive line between the tackles. We think we're more physical than your defense. We're going to run right at you.
What is that? Here, put it in that box. How much for the tails?
So Brian Vincent, the interim head coach, has to feel good about that. Getting that lead back. Talked about Vincent, said he's given his heart and soul, his family's heart and soul.
All right, I'll PayPal her the money from what Jeff and Paul did.
His wife Holly is watching along with Holly's grandmother. They call her Baba. She is 93 years old. And we want to say a special hello to Baba. Send her our best from all the UAB players and coaching staffs, and from all of us at ESPN as well. And wherever Coach Vincent is coaching next season, we're hoping a year from now, Baba's able to cheer him on, root him on from whatever stadium he might be in. Thinking about you. 17-13 UAB. I've not seen a lot of kick returns. Again, that's blasted nearly to the beach, which is some 2 miles away from here. Not too many bowl stadiums where you're going to have a beach 2 miles away. But
No, not at all.
stick with me,
again,
pal. I'll take you places.
Man, I appreciate this. And when they asked me if I wanted to do this bowl game, I said, who's calling the game?
They said Matt Barry, and you said no way.
They said Matt Barry. I said no thanks, and I found out Matt Barry, he didn't get his passport correct.
Visa issues with
They
Barry.
said Steve Levy will be filling in. I said I'm in.
Hawaii Bowl is close. But the Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl. And a shout out to Hometown Lenders as well, the title sponsor. Got a chance to
All right, I just put up the thumbnail for next Friday night for the community celebration.
Much more, and really providing great aid.
So that is now up there as well.
People here in the Bahamas. That ball is deflected at the line of scrimmage. Still caught. It's a pickup.
See how that looks real
Jalen
quick.
Walker on the receiving end. He's going to limp off. Looked like Keandre Swoops deflected that at the line of scrimmage. Still able to complete the pass.
Oh, that looks good.
On the outside. A great job by defensive end getting his hands on his ball, but an even better job by Walker still coming back toward the football to make a positive gain and now set up a 2nd and 3.
So Walker took a
Give back to the
additional
community.
shot
That's what we'll do.
while he was prone on the ground after making that catch. Second down.
Handoff.
3 is Tyree Shelton.
First down, Miami.
And he'll have first down yard. It's a good second effort by Tyree.
Be cool if David
Great
T's
job by
nephew
Shelton
wins
getting
this
the
on
first
a
down. If you're
field goal
Miami,
at
you
the
want to
end.
stay out of third downs. That's when you
I guess they're going to have to score a touchdown here, though, to do something.
Success shutting down the Miami offense on third downs. And so you get your first down on second down, it resets the chains, but it also takes UAB out of their blitz packages they'd like to put in on third downs.
First down and 10 from 36. Change up the snap count a little bit. Maybe even change the play.
Let's get a trick play.
Quick dump off out back. Running back around.
Out of the backfield.
Stayed in bounds up past midfield.
Got a cross midfield. Nice run by Kevin Davis. Pick up a 15.
And we talked about Smith developing as a passer, and you see a quarterback come up to the line of scrimmage, he's audible into a different play, and that play gains you 15 yards. That gives a quarterback coach, offensive coordinator, a team more confidence in this young man to run this offense.
Longest rush of the day for Miami. He's supposed to be the fastest player on the team, Kevin Davis.
Shotgun formation.
Joey, apparently you were pretty fast back in your day.
Handoff up the middle, big run. Another 10 yards down to the 40.
And it's a run play. Keon Mosey. I did some research on my partner, Joey Galloway. Did you really run the 40 in less than 4.2?
Yeah, yes, it was definitely less than 4.2. That's a good way to put it.
I had you at 4.18.
I've heard 4.17, but I'll take 1.8.
Either way, that's fast. We'll be right back. The Speedster.
At Domino's, we're tipping you $3 for ordering carryout online.
It'll be tough to get 100 likes on this one. I appreciate it. This wasn't a bigger of the two colleges. I wasn't going to do this game. I did it for David T. David T is a great supporter of the community and does that. Yes, Chris, our thumbnail's already up there, buddy. Every Friday night. Next Friday will be a Christmas party. This Friday will be a normal show. Next Friday, Christmas party. That should be fun. And then I just got to get the thumbnails up to here, show up, so I can share it out and tell everybody about what we're doing over here. And the bigger thing I can tell you is for for those two shows for Tuesday, where we're going to do a show talking about holiday depression and how that can affect and how it affects people. I would love a lot of people in the chat talking and sharing, their thoughts and opinions. So, you can share that stream out. That's a good thing to help other people. And then, of course, the holiday party, the more the merrier. More the merrier next Friday night. Will be a lot of fun. I'm going to send out a ton of invites. And hopefully I get lucky enough that some of our friends are available for a few minutes to stop in and say hello. Hopefully, we will see. Good for you, Jesse. That's awesome. What's up, Sanudo? How you doing, buddy? You guys got parties all the time from what I hear. Everybody was telling me last night about your parties. So I'll have to get the thumbnails over here. I have some work to do after this stream. I'll go take my legs off, get in the other chair, and do some stuff. Somebody at our front door again. Who the heck's at our front door now? Oh, my wife was going out the front door. All right, here we go. Handoff. Solid run again, down to the 30.
He's moved on to bigger and better. Look at him. Pat McAfee will be joined by RG3, his pal AJ Hawk, Darius Butler, and more. The megacast includes Command Center, AT&T 5G Skycast, the All-22 hometown radio calls. Even see the halftime marching band performances on the ESPN app. You want to watch?
If you're having a good time today and you're brand new, we're going to be covering football like this. Usually a lot more energy. I'm struggling a little bit today. But hit us up with a follow.
Davion Smith takes the snap, gives it to Tyree.
He didn't get the first down on that one.
Give him a yard on the play and bring up a 3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1.
This is 2-down territory. If you're Miami in this offense, again, we talked analytics.
Just over 10 minutes of the game right now.
Yes.
About the analytics and his approach to how he uses them, which means he really doesn't use them a whole lot. But this has to be 2-down territory.
Coach Martin said he's the only guy in the world who hasn't bought into analytics, and he is a stats guy. He loves numbers. He was an accounting major. 3rd down and 1. Kenny Tracy in there. Motion to tight end Bolden in there.
Pushes it through, gonna make it.
And actually gave it to Bolden, the first man through. And he got the first down. Davion Smith able to pick it up. He leads the team in rushing and passing all season. First Miami quarterback to do that. Clock winds, 9.5 to go. Miami trailing by 4 and on the move. Good looking drive. Smith fakes the handoff and keeps it, and he's all the way down to the 20-yard line. Davion Smith looked like he could have been stopped in the backfield. They went up high on Smith and couldn't bring him down. He picks up 7.
You got to bring more than one guy to the party if you want to catch Smith, especially if he can see you coming. Make a guy miss, the duck under. You got to bring more than one guy, or Smith is a good enough athlete to make the one guy miss and pick up 7 yards. And once again, keeping this offense in a 2nd and short, which is much easier to make these kind of play calls.
Davion Smith, 14 carries, 25 yards rushing in the first half. Here in the second,
hey, love pugs.
13 yards. And he'll let Tyree Shelton do the work here. And the ground game really working. Pick up a 9 for Miami, and maybe the UAB defense feeling it a little bit now.
And it feels like Eric Kohler, the offense coordinator, is in a rhythm right now on this drive specifically, but it started at the end of the first half. The offense of Miami is more in a rhythm now where they're handing it off. Davion Smith will get a carry. They're keeping them off balance, and they're getting first down and really good yardage on these first downs, which is making it much easier for the offense.
10th play of the drive, and they have run it 8 different times. Only a couple of passes, but 2 there for Smith. Chewing into that clock as well.
And obviously it gets tougher when you get to this area of the field, because now their safeties are just automatically closer to the line of scrimmage. The corners are just closer to the line of scrimmage. So you have to be a little bit more creative in your run game to run it when you get down to the 10-yard line.
UAB has just 1 timeout left in the game. See, that plays a significant role. 2nd down and 8.
Nice run.
To Kevin Davis. Davis gets the 10-yard line. No gain. There's some contact. Well out of bounds. And a lot of hooting and hollering on the sideline.
That was almost a great play call, except you have a veteran in Noah Wilder playing linebacker for UAB. If you see this, the underneath shovel pass, and it is wide open until Noah Wilder reads this play, comes up, and just gets a piece of the ball carrier, allowing the rest of the defense to rally.
And how about Wilder? They thought maybe he could get through a series, 1 series. And here he is on the field leading the charge. 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 8.
Play. Smith lofts one, end zone, it is caught. For the
Touchdown, Miami.
Kenny Tracy went up and got it. The ball hung up in the air forever.
Wow.
And back and forth we go.
And I have Tracy listed at 5'10" on my card. I don't know what you got, buddy. He looked like he was 6'3" on this play. Just goes up and makes a play.
Flag does come in after the touchdown. Kenny Trace, sophomore, out of Indianapolis, and it's his first touchdown of the season.
The touchdown is good. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 12 of UAB. That is his first unsportsmanlike of the game. It will be enforced on the kickoff.
That's on Grayson Cash, fifth-year senior, and leader of that defensive back. What a play, what a throw. Let's give Evian Smith credit for that throw. And here's Graham Nicholson to attempt the extra point. Remember, Nicholson, as he missed extra point earlier in the game. Snap into place. And Nicholson nails that one through. And it's Miami.
Nicholson with the kick.
With a new lead in the game. 12 plays, 75 yards, took 6.5.
Nice job. Love Pug's in with us. Great to see Love Pug's joining us.
Hi, I'm Billy Taylor, CEO of Hometown Lenders, financing the American.
I can't stand this guy. He's horrible. The CEO of Hometown Lenders. He's horrible on camera. Really? That you're leaving my channel to go to Dave and Brandy show? Wow. Wow. I am shocked. It's already been a rough day. I've already had my basement flooded. I've lost memorabilia. Gotta have the floors replaced. Probably a washer and dryer. And now Sanudo's leaving my channel. Fun stuff. And I put out a short that didn't do garbage. Yeah, it's been a rough day. Hey, check this out, everybody. I'm going to show this tonight on my show. But since Sanudo's in here, I really like this shirt. Sanudo sent me a Washington Defenders shirt for the brand new football league, right? Coming up for the XFL. I'm going to show that tonight on my Friday show to everybody. But thank you to Justin and Joy. This is cool shirts. I really like them. And it's a good color. It's red. So thank you, Sanudo. I appreciate you on that. Yeah, it sucks even more when you're a person of disability and I couldn't get down there to help my kids. I felt helpless this morning. That's the first time since this whole thing's happened that I felt literally helpless and in the whole situation. But I ended up, making phone calls and trying to do what I can to help get through it. Right now, we still got a wet basement. I'm waiting for the people to call me to come out here and do whatever. I keep checking my email, thinking maybe they'll send me an email. Oh, shit, they just tried to call me. Hold on. I didn't answer. I got to turn on my thing here.
Thank you for calling Serpro of Catonsville and Serpro.
All right, hold on. I'm going to switch mics here.
Next available representative.
The Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl is brought to you by Hometown Lenders. Is your mortgage working for you? Atlantis Paradise Island. Paradise perfected. And Tax Act. File for less and get more.
Back at the Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. All these Bahamas Bowls, this is the 8th edition. They always seem to be close, tight games in the fourth quarter. Well, it's not always accurate. The case just feels that way. There's Big Ben. Ben Roethlisberger in the house. Two-time Super Bowl champion who attended the University of Miami, as did John Harbaugh, as did Sean McVay. So some football royalty. Ben's got a good seat. Only good seats here, by the way, at the Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl. Every seat's a good seat. 15,000 seat stadium. Jermaine Brown and Starling Thomas back deep. It's a short kick there. And it's fallen on by one of the up-back players. And so UAB will take over. Fred Farrier, part of the Good Hands team there. And UAB will take over. They find themselves again trailing by 3. Lots of twists and turns in this one, Joey Galloway.
Yeah, and UAB in their last drive decided to run the football. Now we're down to 6 minutes and 48 seconds. you wonder if you decide you're just going to go back to what you do, which is run the football, you have to be successful because it's going to shorten down the rest of this game. So you don't have, you wonder how many more possessions you're going to get.
Right.
So it becomes a situation where you have to get points at some point in time. So do you have that much confidence that you can run this ball? You have, what, 78 yards to go to get there? We'll see if they have the confidence in this run game to get it.
Jermaine Brown Jr. straight ahead for 2. We'll wind our under 7 minutes to play. And that #1 rush defense in the MAC will be tested from Miami. Had the top scoring defense in the MAC as well, 34th in the nation. We've only allowed 22.5 points per game. And right now they're better than that today against a very good UAB team. Don't be fooled by the Blazers' 6-6 record. Here's Jermaine Brown. And did he fumble the football? Miami says they have it. And they do. Jermaine Brown Jr. coughs up the football. And the Redhawks are going to take over with great field position, already leading by 3 with 6 minutes to play.
And there's that rush defense by Miami when it looked like Jermaine Brown Jr. was going to get 7-8 yards. These guys from Miami, they're still hitting. You would never assume that this team came from a cold weather area. The weather is not getting to them. Still look fresh on the defensive ball. Even though they played a lot of snaps in that first half on defense, this defense come out in the second half and they still look fresh and they're still flying around.
Matthew Salopek came up with that football. Jaquez Warren knocked it free. 3rd turnover of the game. And wow, Miami's in business here. And again, UAB has just 1 timeout remaining. Had to burn a couple of ones early.
It's always interesting when you meet with coaches and you ask them questions about how do you win games, and they all talk about winning a turnover battle, and it sort of sounds like coach speak at times, but it is so true in these kind of games. You win the turnover battle, and you get costly turnovers in the right situations. Now Miami, this is their 2nd time getting a turnover. The other one was down inside the 4-yard line. This time they're inside the 30, so they're getting the ball back in scoring position.
Down to Chris.
Yeah, Joey made the point that Miami feels fresh. The difference between these two sidelines, Miami brought tents. They have a place to hide from the sun that's been blasting for the last 3 hours, whereas UAB did not.
First down and 10. Kevin Davis, the ball carrier, loss of 1 on the play. The clock definitely becomes a factor here.
And that's the problem when you turn it over, especially in your red zone. If you're Miami, obviously you'd like to get a touchdown out of this, but you also have your eye on the clock. You realize that UAB wants to run the football, so you want to take some time off of this clock and shorten up this game.
Sorry, guys. I'm talking to this this company trying to come fix my house, so. Wow. Hang tight.
Shelton in there to the left of Avion Smith. Smith's played a really good game. A couple of nice touchdown passes. 1 clap and the handoff to Shelton. He's tripped up in the backfield. Bring up a 3rd down. Michael Fairbanks got to him. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 12.
And you can just see by how long it has taken Miami to snap that ball that they are absolutely starting to think, let's shorten this game. Let's take some time off of this clock.
Dylan, no, this is the only game I'm doing today, buddy.
12, 2 times.
Keep that clock moving.
I'm going to run it
2
twice.
times.
Yes. If you don't get the first. Well, if you do get the first, I'm running it again anyhow. So it's all the same.
How about if you don't get the first? You want to try a field goal?
No. Analytics. We're going to run it.
Okay, Captain Analytics. And they're going to throw. Avion Smith down the sideline. And his receiver, Miles Marshall, got all turned around. And it's going to bring up a 4th down and 12.
Well, there went my analytics right out the window. The analytics said run it. Yeah.
Chuck Martin said, you don't like analytics.
Hey, coach, the analytics said run it first.
Yeah.
And then run it again, not throw it deep and kick it.
Here's Graham Nicholson. Going to be a 47-yard field goal attempt.
Here's David T's nephew going to kick this.
Holds it. snapper is Brendan Beatty. Trying to put Miami up 6.
No good.
No good.
That stinks.
Graham Nicholson misses the field goal from 47. Stays a 3-point game. Miami, no points off the turnover. UAB trailing by 3 with the football.
Still a 3-point game with 4 minutes to go.
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5, which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic. I'm the team mascot, and boy am I running late. But I got lead in my foot and spirit in my fingers.
Sitting here on hold waiting for this. So if you're just coming in, we've got 3 NFL games tomorrow. Sorry about the phone in the background. I'm on hold. 3 NFL games tomorrow, 2 NFL games on Sunday, a college bowl game on Monday. Yes. Yes, that'll be fine. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Yeah. On when? Tuesday? I can't do 2 to 4. I'd have to do either morning or later. Four to 6, that would work. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, here we go back in, trying to finish this game out.
Capital One Bowl Mania. Got a good one down the stretch, partner.
Surprisingly, the way it started, didn't feel like we would be at this point, but Miami woke up at the end of the first half, and now we have a game and they have the lead. Can their rush defense step up here and get another stop?
We'll see that last drive.
Hey, Angela Minter, welcome in.
Pick up any points, see how much that hurts them down the stretch. On 1st down and 10, Dylan Hopkins has a nice pocket. Deep throw across the middle.
Oh, my God, big completion all the way down to the 20. Holy heck.
For 50 yards. And UAB comes out firing. Shropshire had 120 receiving yards in the first half, but had just 1 catch so far in the second half until that 50-yard play.
And this is not the case of Miami putting everyone in the box and playing man-to-man.
Hold on, Dylan. I'll give you that in a second. It's under 4 minutes.
Should be able to make this play. Hopkins just beats him with a better throw.
Dylan Hopkins has been
348 and counting. 348 and counting.
What a great connection he has with Shropshire. Here's Jermaine Brown Jr. You have to wonder what's going through his head. Gets bailed out by his defense after fumbling the football in the last series. And now he's back in there trying to go win the game for UAB.
When you get in those situations, you make a mistake the last time you touch the ball, you are dying to get back on the field and get the ball in your hands to try to make up for it. And really, it's the best way to erase that play is to get back on the field and touch the ball again.
See what Shropshire has done today, 183 yards. Corey Davis is tied for the record with 183 receiving yards. Perhaps you've heard of Corey Davis out of Western Michigan back in 2015.
Handoff up the middle.
Jermaine Brown Jr. again.
Well, that's a good call, Dylan.
He's inside the 15. bring up a 3rd and short.
Now, Miami didn't listen. I said we're going to run it twice, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it again.
Right.
My track record isn't great in play calling in this game, but I'm going at it again. We're going to run this ball twice down here in this situation.
Jermaine Brown Jr., by the way, over 100 yards rushing, 23 carries, 102. Touchdown, has the fumble. On 3rd down and 2 now. Handoff straight ahead. Brown is belted. It's really close. Really close. I don't think he got there. They're calling this
4th and 1 from the 11. This is huge.
This is a gutsy play call for your UAB. Only have one timeout left.
You have that offensive line that UAB has. All 5 guys are all conference honors. You run this football, you believe in that offensive line to get you this yard.
All right, the clock is stopped at 1:51. But if you don't get it on 4th and 1, that's really the game then, right?
Think positive.
For which team I think a positive
for the analytics of the football.
Right.
For an offensive line that has had the kind of year they had.
I get it. I understand. Maybe they're looking at the spot.
1:51 on the clock. They're looking at the spot.
Come back 4th and 1. Decision. Play call either way.
They got to try to figure out what they want to do here, obviously.
The first day in your new home. Decorating your baby's nursery. Thanksgiving dinners and Christmas mornings. Our homes are where our fondest memories are made. At Hometown
Preston's
Lenders,
heading off to
it's
basketball.
our job to save you money and make your homeownership dreams come true. What could you do with an extra $250 or even $500 a month for your family? Go to hometownlenders.com. Your home is where our heart is.
Wendy's new Italian
All right, waiting for this commercial to end so we can figure out how this game's going to lay out.
You're just going to want to eat it.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich.
New York City, party going down.
Bad Boy, the masculine fragrance, Carolina Herrera.
At Macy's, fragrance destination.
For all those who may be interested too, we're going to be running a pool for the Super Bowl. If you're interested in blocks, we're going to do it as a fundraiser for Preston's baseball. $25 a block, going to pay out $500 a quarter. I've started to get that together, so I'll have more information coming on that very shortly. Hopefully that'll be we did really well with that last year. We ended up with almost 2 blocks, or two pools. So more information to come out on that soon for people that play football, like Super Bowl pools and stuff like that. We will be doing that coming up very shortly. Set you up for buzz. I'll let you know as soon as we get it going. I will.
Make this December one to remember.
Get that rolling.
Hi.
Happy anniversary.
For what?
Every year you're with us, you get $50 towards your home deductible. It's a policy perk for being a Farmers customer.
Do I have to do anything?
Nothing.
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 Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh, that really is something.
You get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks. See you.
May I have a balloon too?
Sure. Your parents have maintained a Farmers home policy for 12 consecutive months, right? We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Cool. Yeah, Jeff, I'll let you guys know. You get 1 block, whatever blocks you want. We'll be doing it online. I'll be getting set up. We did it last year and had a lot of success. Preston's travel baseball is expensive, and the team doesn't do team fundraisers. They put it on the players to do their own fundraisers. We're not good at selling pizzas. So I'm going to do Super Bowl blocks. All right, here we go. They're going for it on 4th and 1. Handoff up the middle, touchdown. He just ran up the middle. Nobody touched him. Holy heck fire. UAB in the end zone right there. Wow. You'll buy a pizza, yeah. We're not good at selling pizzas.
The Redhawks have all 3 timeouts. How critical is this extra point?
All right, 4-point game with 1:31 on the clock. 4-point game, 1:31.
24-20. Favor of the Blazers of UAB. That offensive line work. And you do like to see that, right? The kid makes the mistake earlier on the fumble, and now goes in and scores what might be the game-winning touchdown, all while sitting behind and being in the background of the large shadow of Dwayne McBride, the leading rusher in the country, who opted out of the bowl game today. Hands things over to Jermaine Brown, too.
Probably the easiest run of the day. I mean, that offensive line, 4th and inches, game on the line. You get behind that offensive line that's had an outstanding season. And just
God, I wish ESPN was working well.
Over 100 yards, 24 carries, 116 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Both of those coming in the 4th quarter. What a game.
Miami, you find out if Davion Smith has developed into that playmaker we've been talking about, he's going to have to throw the ball a few times.
See if Jalen Walker gets a chance to return. He will not.
All right, touchback. They're going to start at the 20 with 1:31 on the clock.
Minute 31 left. The game and the season on the line. A couple of 6-6 squads battling in the Bahamas, where everything's better. And again, Miami's got all 3 timeouts remaining.
Guess I should let my daughter know real quick here. They're coming tomorrow. Hey, Sir Pro will be here tomorrow around 10 o'clock. All right.
Okay. Are you live right now?
Yeah. I'll be done in about 2 minutes. All right, bye. Look at the throw. Complete. Cross the middle. Short gain. They got to hurry. They got to hurry. And yeah, a defensive player down, holding his butt.
That's Drew Tuazama, one of the key edge players on this Blazers defense. He looks to be in some real pain.
Sanudo. What is that for? Thank you so much. Is that for your blocks? You sending me for your blocks already?
Tuazama's one of the better players on this team and this defense, but those are some of the players ahead of him who didn't get a ton of playing time throughout the season.
I'll document that after the stream. Oh, dude. Thank you. Justin Sanudo, $50 for the basement. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Everybody give Justin some love in the chat. Thank you, buddy.
Gives Miami a chance to 3-2. Noah Wilder's in there. What a story he is. They were hoping he'd make it through the first series of the game. Like a ceremonial first series. He's been in it the whole way. Here's Davion Smith. He's in trouble. And they're going to catch him from
They're going to catch him from behind. He doesn't get anywhere. Thank you guys for hawking it up for Justin. Thank you to Justin, Jeff, Space Mountain Dave, Paul Angle. Thank you guys. Lila Rose, thank you.
Coach Mark about that last game again.
1:13 on the clock. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Chance you win the game. And Coach Martin said, that's higher than I thought the percentage was supposed to win that game. And they did. Smith had a rushing touchdown after that, and a 34-yard touchdown pass with a minute 42 left. Marshall to win in 18-17. Need another comeback here. 3rd down and 5.
3rd down and 5 from the 30.
Here's Smith.
Throws it underneath, incomplete. We're one play away from deciding the first bowl game of the year.
Place on a lacked any urgency for a 3rd and 5. And now here's a 4th and 5 and the game on the line.
And Avion Smith had more time than he assumed. It was only 3 men rushing. And so you have time. And UAB has done a nice job blitzing on 3rd down. I think Avion Smith just...
Our insurance company better come through. Oh, that's all I can say.
So here we go. 4th and
4th
5.
and 5. Looking to throw. Gonna run for it.
Makes one man miss.
First down. Gets out to the 40.
And a flag comes in.
Late flag. Probably for a late hit. Have a good nap, Sanudo. Enjoy your parties. Thank you again for your generosity.
Miss was critical. Picked up 65. We'll check the flag.
Personal foul, target, number 0, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. The previous player targeted is under review.
15 yards of stand. DeAndre swoops. The target.
Yeah, it just stinks. I mean, it's a $5,000 thing here for what they're saying. And that's just the cleanup. That's not even the rebuild of the basement stuff. It's going to be another $5,000 for that, probably.
Didn't look like he got him with the helmet.
I thought he missed from the other angle.
Here's a look at it.
And I think an official, you gotta realize the angle at which the official threw the flag from. So if he's behind this play,
Right.
you're looking at it, and it looks like he catches. So it does catch him with the side of his helmet.
Right. Not the crown.
Not the crown.
Still a shot to the head and neck area. And it comes to the critical time of the game.
More the knee got him in the head than the hand part.
61 seconds left.
I think it's interesting. We only see one official throw a flag in this case.
Right.
And a lot of times with these calls, you'll see 3 or 4 flags come flying in because it is so obvious from so many angles. Because this is not obvious from every angle. You only see one flag come flying in.
Hey, that's a really hard live call for these officials. These are Mountain West officials. So they're taking a
No, Jeff, I'm way above that. It wasn't really that. It was the sump pump crashed. It's 6 years old. It's not like it's that old. We use it all the time, but it apparently crashed this morning and died sometime middle of the night. So the rain that we had, a day and a half ago, which was still all in the ground, I guess, seeped into the basement.
After review, there is no targeting on the play. However, the result of the play is a first down.
So no ejection, no targeting. Still a first down.
Just a first down. Targeting call pulled off, so.
On 4th and 5.
But yeah, I'm going to have, flooring put back in. I got carpeting down there they got to look at. They're talking about cutting into some of the walls down there. I'm like, oh, crap.
Swoops will stay in there.
But it was the helpless feeling this morning when my daughter came in of not being able to get my legs on to go down the basement,
Clock winding down. Miami has 2 timeouts.
that type of stuff.
Smith thrown out to the left.
Short pass complete. 48 seconds on the clock and counting.
Yeah, UAB is now just rushing free, sitting back in an 8-man zone.
Another 6-yard gain. Second timeout taken.
Gotcha.
I always wonder, at the end of games, team get into a 3-man defense. And a lot of times you'll see an offense that hasn't had a ton of success throwing the ball. All of a sudden come alive. You're going away from what you did to have success defensively, which was send your blitz to the quarterback, get in the backfield, make plays, to go to more of a just rush 3, sit back, play 8 and covers. And we'll see which one wins out.
I guess I should send a text to this arbitrator guy, whatever the hell he is. Serve Pro just contacted me about coming here tomorrow for restoration. Have you seen that information and signed off? Look at the throw. Pressure coming. Throws on the run. Oh, incomplete. 39 seconds. Yeah, I try to stay away from Sasquatch anytime I can. Short pass low. They didn't get the first down. They got to rush. 4th down and a couple. They had to call it. They had to use their last timeout. Or aliens. Huh. No, you're good, Jeff. Trust me, your guys' caring and generosity today to do things you didn't have to do, and the kind words is definitely helping me work through it. Look at the throw, complete. First down, Miami. Down to the 45. They got another first down. First and 10 from the 45. Going down the field. You got to actually throw it on the field. Welcome in, Andrew. You got to actually throw it on the field. You can't throw it out of bounds and think anything's going to happen from it. 20 seconds on the clock. Wow, what a throw there. He's got to get out of bounds. A flag with 1 second on the clock. I don't know how he caught that either. What's the flag?
Personal foul, face mask, number 29, defense, 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run, first down.
Wow. So they get one play to go to the end zone to win this thing. One play to the end zone to try to win it. From the 15. Here you go.
Without a chance to kick for the tying field goal. Gotta have it play for Avion Smith and Miami. The throw zips it across the middle.
Oh, he's short. Stops at the 2-yard line. No way.
Makes the catch and he is stopped short down at the 2-yard line. UAB.
Wow, UAB wins it. What an ending. What an ending to the game. Thanks for being here today, everybody. Thank you again for the super chats, your generosity, your love. I appreciate it. I'm going to go try to deal with all this BS. I'll be back tonight for our Disney show news and merch. We'll see you all then. Fun time.